Braden Bridge was a popular blogger who people recognized on the street. Due to his attractiveness, Braden was very popular among girls. One day, Braden entered college, and many girls immediately began to recognize him. Braden had undoubtedly seen the way girls were looking at him, and he decided that this was the perfect opportunity to start dating one of these girls. Then Braden pulled out a small box that girls who wanted to date Braden would drop their phone numbers into to meet Braden and get to know him better. The girl's reaction was not long in coming, and literally a second later, one of the girls wanted to give Braden her phone number. A minute later, a whole crowd of girls who wanted to date Braden began to approach Braden. However, many girls couldn't wait for Braden to pay attention to them, and then they immediately began asking Braden to go out with them. At that moment, Braden began to feel like the most handsome and attractive guy in the entire college. However, in reality, Braden was only imagining how crowds of girls wanted to date him, while no girls were eager to date him. Then Braden just stood in the middle of the street with his box and hoped that at least one girl would come up to him and recognize him. As a result, Braden stood on the street with his box almost the entire day, but no one recognized him, after which the upset Braden went home. On the way home, Braden figured that because it was his first day of college, no one had time to realize who he was, and he decided that tomorrow he would try to meet some girls again. While Braden was looking for the keys to his apartment, he saw a girl with dyed hair who at that moment was playing some kind of game. While the girl was angry at her team for losing the game, Braden took a closer look at her and thought that this girl would live in the next room. The girl looked at Braden when he told her that she didn't have to show her aggression in a public place. At the same moment, Braden turned away from the girl and thought that she was very cute and that he should definitely try to get to know her. After that, Braden went into his apartment, took out cheese chips, lay down on the couch, and started watching TV. At that moment, a program was shown on TV about how guys after 20 years of age who lead a passive lifestyle and constantly play computer games have problems with excess weight. They also said on TV that cheese chips can also be bad for the body. And at that moment, Braden remembered that he was just about to start going to the gym. Then Braden thought that if he started going to the gym and pumped up big muscles, then girls would immediately want to start dating him. Braden also figured that if he pumped up big enough muscles, he could definitely try to meet 20 girls, and Braden immediately prepared to go to the gym. After leaving the house, Braden thought that it would be boring for him to go to the gym regularly. But despite this, he was ready to endure it, since the nearest gym was absolutely free. At the same moment, Braden noticed that the same girl he saw today was also heading somewhere. Braden looked at this girl and felt like he had an opportunity to get to know her. Then Braden decided to try to meet the girl, and he said that they were neighbors. However, the girl told Braden that she had not paid any attention to it before, and Braden was very surprised that she did not recognize a guy like him. At that moment, the girl told Braden that her name was Alex, and then Braden told her his name and told her that he was now going to go to the gym to tone up his muscles a little. Then Alex said that she was also going to the gym, and Braden was somewhat surprised that such an inconspicuous girl like Alex also went to the gym. At that moment, Braden thought that in the gym, he would have a great opportunity to show off his muscles to Alex, after which she would definitely want to date him. Soon, Braden and Alex arrived at the gym, and Alex said that almost no one goes to the gym, and this time Braden will join her for a little company. While Alex was doing a little warm-up, Braden decided to take one of the dumbbells and start lifting it to show Alex's muscles. However, Alex paid almost no attention to Braden, but Braden did not stop lifting the dumbbell, which was difficult for him to hold in his hands. Each time, Braden found it more and more difficult to lift the dumbbell, and Alex just watched as Braden tried not to accidentally drop the dumbbell on the floor. Braden soon finished lifting the dumbbell, and then he began to flex his arm, trying to show Alex's muscles. Alex soon finished her warm-up and went to choose a dumbbell for her workout, while Braden tried to catch his breath after lifting such a heavy dumbbell. However, despite his fatigue, Braden believed that the effort was worth it to try to attract Alex's attention, thinking that he looked even more attractive during training. After a couple of seconds, Braden saw how easily Alex held a dumbbell in his hands, which was several times heavier than the one he had previously lifted. Braden was shocked that such a small girl could hold such a heavy dumbbell in her hands. Braden soon noticed that Alex had another dumbbell in her other hand, and he figured she was just doing a different exercise, which calmed him down somewhat. However, Alex soon began doing the same exercise that Braden had previously done, holding two dumbbells at once. Braden looked at Alex and didn't understand how such a girl could so easily lift dumbbells that were several times heavier than those he had lifted before. When Alex finished the exercise, Braden felt extremely embarrassed that Alex was able to do this exercise without any problems, while he almost fell while doing this exercise. After this exercise, Alex took off her sweater, and through her t-shirt you could easily see her toned abdominal and arm muscles. At that moment, Braden realized that Alex was not some gamer or nerd, but a real athlete. Braden was shocked that he didn't immediately recognize Alex as such a great athlete. Braden stood with this face for about 5 minutes, and soon Alex pulled him out of his thoughts. After Braden came to, Alex asked Braden to help her while she did the bench press. First, Braden looked at how heavy the barbell Alex was going to lift, and he figured that if he belayed her, he was unlikely to be able to lift the barbell. Braden also believed that if he refused to insure Alex, then she would consider him a weakling, and then he would not have a conversation with him. Braden felt he had no other choice and told Alex that he would cover her. On the other hand, Braden understood that he would definitely not be able to lift this barbell if Alex had any problems. Before performing the bench press, Alex asked Braden if he could even lift the barbell if she failed. While Alex was fixing her hair, Braden didn't stop looking at her, and he thought that he should under no circumstances screw up in front of her. At this point, Braden was at a loss, and he told Alex that if necessary, he could lift the barbell, which made Alex very happy. After Alex straightened her hair, she and Braden headed towards the barbell. At this point, Braden thought that he would not actually be able to lift such a barbell, since his arm still hurt after lifting the dumbbell. Braden also believed that if he could not properly secure Alex, she might accidentally drop such a heavy barbell on herself and die. Then Braden thought that he needed to do something urgently, even if it meant making an idiot of himself in front of Alex. Then Braden saw one of the simulators in front of him and decided that he had a chance not to belay Alex. At the same moment, Braden pretended to trip over the exercise machine and injure his leg. At that moment, Alex didn't understand what exactly happened to Braden, and she wanted to make sure that he was okay. Braden then said that he had badly injured his leg, which meant he would not be able to belay Alex. At this moment, Alex could not understand Braden, while Braden himself began to feign even more pain from the blow. Then Alex told Braden that in that case, she would go and do other exercises, which made Braden very happy. At this point, Braden is glad that he won't have to insure Alex, despite the fact that he made a complete idiot of himself in this situation. Braden decided to look up on the internet how to properly secure a person on the bench press, while Alex performed other exercises. When Braden learned how to belay a person on the bench press, he decided to take a closer look at how Alex does it. Braden couldn't stop looking at Alex, and at one point he decided that Alex was some kind of fitness model. Braden soon told Alex that his leg was already healed, and that he could now secure it. Then Alex told Ben that because almost no one went to the gym, she had never been able to try the bench press before. Braden was surprised that Alex had never bench pressed, despite her outstanding physique. Alex then told Braden that she had always been afraid that if she bench pressed, she might accidentally get crushed by the barbell. As Alex loaded the barbell with plates, Braden didn't understand why she was adding so much weight to the barbell. While Alex was doing the bench press, Braden still couldn't understand how Alex was able to lift so much weight. Soon, Alex successfully completed 10 bench presses, and Braden didn't even have to put any effort into the belay. As Alex completed the bench press, she also suggested that Braden try the bench press. At this point, Braden felt he had the opportunity to show Alex what he was capable of. Braden then told Alex that he had bench pressed that much weight before, and that weight was just a warm-up weight for him, and that he didn't need a safety net. Alex wasn't entirely sure that Braden would actually be able to lift that much weight, but Braden still refused to use the belay. However, the barbell was too heavy for Braden, causing him to be unable to lift it. In a panic, Braden began to swing his legs in the hope that he would still be able to lift this barbell. At first, Alex just watched Braden hopelessly shake his legs, thinking that he himself said that this weight was a warm-up for him. However, by that time, Braden was still unable to lift the barbell, which caused him to begin to choke. At that moment, Alex realized that she had to help Braden, otherwise he might simply die under this barbell. Soon, Alex managed to lift the barbell and save Braden. At this moment, Braden was thinking that despite the fact that he managed to survive thanks to Alex, he still could not lift the barbell. At that moment, Braden looked at Alex and believed that now she would be angry with him for making her worry about him. However, instead of showing any negative emotions towards Braden, Alex just chuckled slightly. Braden did not expect such a reaction from Alex, and he immediately ran out of the gym. At the same moment, Alex stood perplexed by the situation, thinking about what an idiot Braden was. The next morning, Alex and his friend Danielle Sylvain headed to college for classes. Danielle complained to Alex that studying at college takes up a lot of her time, and sometimes this time is not even enough for sleep and other necessary things. When Danielle wanted to ask Alex how she was doing with her daily routine, she realized from her tired appearance and tousled hair that she also had little free time. Then Alex said that without an alarm clock, she couldn't wake up until noon, and Danielle decided that Alex was experiencing night wakefulness. However, Alex told her friend that she had a lot to do, including grocery shopping, homework, and working out at the gym. Danielle said that Alex actually spends most of his time playing computer games, which confused Alex somewhat. Alex then told Danielle with complete confidence that she would do her best to get a perfect score in all subjects. Then Danielle asked Alex if she had ever received a perfect score in any subject in her life, which only confused Alex once again. Then Danielle told Alex that in this case she needs to pay attention in class, since many people say that the first year of college is the most difficult. At that moment, Alex wanted to tell Danielle about the incident with the guy she went to the gym with yesterday. However, before Alex could say a word, Danielle immediately began screaming and pointing in the direction of one of the guys. At that moment, Danielle saw Braden, who is one of the most popular bloggers. Alex was shocked because she did not think that Braden would study with her in the same group, and she certainly did not expect that Braden would be some kind of celebrity. At that moment, Danielle could not believe that one of the most popular and young bloggers would study with them in the same group. At the same time, Alex had some idea about Braden based on their training together, but she decided not to tell her friend about what happened at their training just yet. Meanwhile, Danielle continued to be amazed that she would be attending lectures with Braden. Soon the bell rang, and Alex and Danielle hurried to the office they needed. Alex tried to get to the right office as quickly as possible, hoping that Braden would not recognize her. However, Braden still recognized Alex, and then he greeted her with his ambiguous smile. This reaction greatly frightened Alex, and she immediately began to greatly regret that she could not contain her laughter during their last training session together. Soon, Alex and Danielle found themselves at a lecture where the teacher told them about their studies at this college. While the rest of the students listened attentively to the teacher, Alex and Danielle discussed their plans for the evening. Then Danielle told Alex about how she found a recipe for salted milk on the internet, which seemed to Alex to be something unnatural. Alex thought this idea was simply disgusting, while Danielle believed that if salt could be used to decorate any dish, then it could also improve the taste of milk. Soon, the teacher told the students that throughout the semester, they would be preparing a major project, the result of which would greatly affect their final grade. The teacher also said that students would prepare this project in groups of 2, which made Alex and Danielle very happy. However, the teacher said that he would independently choose who would do this project with whom, which greatly upset Alex and Danielle. While the teacher was deciding who would do the project assignment with whom, Alex became upset that she wouldn't be able to do it with the only person she knew in the entire group. Soon, the teacher said that Alex would be doing project work with Danielle, which made them both very happy. Alex and Danielle believed that with this composition, they could easily complete the project work and get the highest score. However, after a couple of seconds, the teacher said that he had made a small mistake and that in fact Alex would not be working on the project with Danielle, but with Braden. This news upset Alex so much that for the first few seconds she simply stopped paying attention to anything else except this unpleasant news. At first, Braden was excited that he would be working on a project with a girl, but he was also upset that he would be working with the same girl who made fun of him at the gym. At the same moment, Danielle believed from the reactions of Alex and Braden that they both knew each other. Meanwhile, the teacher told all the students that they would be working with their partners for the rest of the school year. Upset, Alex was very worried about the fact that she would actually have to work with Braden all this year. Alex was also worried that working together with Braden, she would never be able to get the highest score. At the time, Danielle didn't understand why Alex and Braden were looking at each other that way, and she assumed they knew each other. Alex told his friend that they lived next door and that they went to the same gym together. Danielle immediately started yelling at Alex for not telling her sooner, to which Alex said that she had no idea that Braden was some kind of celebrity. At that same moment, Danielle began to imagine what Braden looked like during a workout at the gym, and Alex told her that her fantasies were very different from reality. Then Alex told her friend that if she wanted, she could switch partners with her, just so as not to work with Braden. However, Danielle insisted that Alex still work with Braden, and that she would not try to get rid of him in any way. After this, the teacher asked all the students to sit with their partners and get to know each other a little. Alex was fully aware that she simply had no other choice, and then she took all her things and moved to Braden's desk. For the first couple of minutes, there was an awkward silence between Alex and Braden, and they didn't know how to start a dialogue. Braden soon decided to talk to Alex first, and he told her that he could very well lift that barbell that almost crushed him, and Alex didn't believe Braden's words. Braden also told Alex that at that moment he had a severe stomachache, to which Alex told him that she did not care how heavy a barbell he could lift. Alex wanted to turn the conversation to the topic of their joint assignment, but Braden began to accuse Alex of laughing at him. Braden then reminded Alex of the cardinal rule of the gym, which was that you should never laugh at someone who is working hard to get stronger. Alex told Braden that she completely agreed with this rule, but she also told Braden that he wasn't even training that time. Alex also told Braden that he was just trying to show off in front of her, and then she did not hesitate to call Braden a poser. In response to this, Braden said that he simply miscalculated the weight of the barbell, to which Alex said that Braden would never be able to lift such a heavy barbell. Alex then showed Braden her arm and told him that because of the incident yesterday, she had severely sprained her arm. Braden only told Alex that she fully deserved it, because if she hadn't started showing off her muscles, then he wouldn't even think about trying to lift this barbell. Braden also said that Alex deliberately took off her sweater to show off her muscles, to which Alex said that she simply showed her superiority. Meanwhile, the teacher invited the students to play a small game, during which everyone would have to tell a little about their partner. After that, the teacher looked at Alex and Braden and invited them to be the first to tell a little about their partner. Alex believed that this teacher was deliberately doing everything to complicate her life, and Alex didn't even know that she could tell everyone about Braden. Then Braden suggested that Alex just talk about his channel, which had over 3 million subscribers, and he thought that he couldn't tell anything about a girl who just goes to the gym. At that moment, Alex became somewhat offended by what Braden thought about her, and then she decided to tell her group about Braden everything she knew about him. Then Alex said that Braden is the kind of person who goes to the gym just to show off in front of the girls by showing off his thin arms while working out. All the students started laughing at Braden, since no one expected her to actually say something like that about him. After that, Alex sat down in her seat with a smile on her face and relief in her soul, leaving Braden perplexed. Alex then told Braden that she is very vindictive and can take revenge on a person without any pity, even if that person offends her just a little, which is why she was nicknamed the Queen of Revenge at school. At that moment, Braden stood up from his seat and told Alex that he too was a very vindictive person and that he could take the title of Emperor of Vengeance. At that moment, Alex realized that it was Braden's turn to say something about her, and that Braden would probably try to make her laugh. After a couple of seconds, Braden prepared to tell everything about Alex that he had learned about her during their acquaintance. Alex was afraid that Braden would say something demeaning and false about her, and she wanted Braden to shut up and sit down in his seat. At this point, Alex began to get very worried that Braden would start telling everyone about her, and she felt that she should have let Braden tell the whole group about her first. Alex was becoming more and more scared by the second, and she believed that she could not survive the public humiliation, and she hoped that no one would listen closely to Braden. However, at that moment, all the students in the audience began to look in her direction and wait for what Braden would tell about her. A second later, Braden introduced Alex to everyone, and at that moment she was ready to hear Braden say anything about himself. But despite this, Alex was overwhelmed with excitement, and she thought that after this she would have no chance of meeting the guys from her group. However, in reality, Braden, without any jokes or humiliation, told everyone that Alex regularly trains in the gym. Alex didn't expect Braden to calmly tell everyone about her, and at that moment Alex felt terribly ashamed for humiliating Braden in front of the entire audience. However, after a couple of seconds, Braden told everyone that Alex told him that she had achieved the most difficult goal of her entire life, namely, she was able to collect 1,000 Pokemon. Alex didn't understand why Braden mentioned Pokemon, and she especially didn't understand how Braden knew exactly how many types of Pokemon there were. It turned out that before telling everyone about Alex, Braden specifically found information on the internet about the exact number of types of Pokemon to make his story sound more believable. Filled with a sense of pride in himself, Braden sat down in his seat and told Alex that now she would not dare to humiliate him in front of everyone. However, instead of laughing at Alex, many students were impressed by Braden's story, and then they invited Alex to have a little Pokemon battle match together. At that moment, Braden was perplexed that after his story, all the students not only did not laugh at Alex, but also began to invite her to be friends with them. After a couple of seconds, the teacher ordered all the students to return to their seats and begin the lecture. At the same time, Alex was somewhat angry at Braden for telling everyone about her, despite the fact that her popularity in the group had increased somewhat. However, Braden told Alex that she should be grateful to him for such a spectacular performance, while she made Braden a laughingstock. Meanwhile, Danielle watched Alex and Braden fight, and she figured they were both super close friends. After class, Alex went to the library, where she grabbed a few textbooks that she needed to further prepare for the lectures. Despite her high level of physical fitness, Alex found it very difficult to carry her books, as there were a lot of them, and they were very large and heavy. At that moment, Alex's phone rang, and when she took the phone, her friend named Chris spoke to her. Chris wanted to ask Alex how she was settling into college and tell Alex about her recent request. Chris told Alex that he had analyzed all the possible risks and decided that they could not take Alex on as another member of the team just yet. This news upset Alex a little, and she said that she understood everything, but at the same time, Chris also had good news for Alex. Chris told Alex that she was one of the most promising members, and he would like Alex to prove herself on their team this weekend. Alex was very happy about the news and said that she would give it her all this weekend. Before ending the conversation, Chris told Alex that she shouldn't worry about the incident that happened to them last time. Alex soon returned home, and she was very happy that she finally had the opportunity to prove herself to the team. Alex believed that a professional gamer like her would be able to show all her competitors what she was really capable of. At this moment, Alex was so excited by this news that she could not start studying now. Then, Alex decided to go to the gym a little earlier, hoping that she would be able to avoid another meeting with Braden. On the way to the gym, Alex still continued to enjoy the news from Chris as much as if she had won the lottery. When Alex arrived at the gym, she heard the sound of metal equipment clinking from there, which surprised Alex very much. Alex hoped Braden wasn't at the gym, and she tried to convince herself that someone else had started going to the gym. However, when Alex entered the gym, she saw a cleaner there, putting the exercise equipment in place and putting the gym in order. This was a big relief for Alex, and the janitor wanted to greet her. However, before the janitor had time to say a word, Braden immediately jumped up in front of Alex in sportswear, which in turn greatly upset Alex. Braden then told Alex that he had actually been waiting for her to come to the gym. Alex was getting angrier and angrier at Braden with each passing second, and she asked him what he wanted from her. Braden then told Alex that he wanted to ask her something very important. An angry Braden asked Alex why she came to the gym at the same time that he came, and then Braden figured that Alex goes to the gym 2 times a day. Alex sarcastically told Braden that she actually came to the gym 2 times a day, despite her complete lack of strength and muscle pain, and Braden actually believed Alex's words. Afterwards, Braden told Alex that he didn't want to lift at the same time as her, and Alex said that the next time Braden bench pressed, there would be no one to save him. Then Braden said that from that day on, he would be at the gym by 8 p.m., and then Alex said that in that case, she would be at the gym by 6 p.m. Meanwhile, the janitor was watching Alex and Braden, and he was trying to figure out if Alex and Braden always fight with each other like that. Alex and Braden continued to argue with each other for a few more minutes, after which they began training. Before the training began, Braden thought that this training would be an opportunity for him to find out about Alex's weak points, wanting to get revenge on her for the incident in the classroom. Braden also wanted to start training in secret from Alex as carefully as possible in order to become stronger than her over time. In addition, Braden believed that if he managed to pump up big and strong muscles, then his popularity on the internet would greatly increase. Braden decided to start training his legs because he learned on the internet that a real athlete should never forget about pumping up his legs. A couple of minutes later, Braden found a video on the internet in which a beefy man talks about what exercises you need to pump up your leg muscles, and Braden decided to start with squats. After that, Braden began hanging weights on the barbell, but at one point he began to think that he might not be able to lift such a large weight. Then Braden noticed how Alex was preparing to do the same exercise, which didn't sit well with Braden. However, Braden decided that if he did squats with Alex, she would think he was just scared. While Braden was thinking about squats, Alex approached him and wanted to ask Braden if he would use extra weight, to which he said that he would not put more weights on his barbell. Then Alex hung several plates on her barbell at once, the total weight of which must have exceeded 400 pounds, which simply amazed Braden. As Alex prepared to squat the barbell, Braden thought she was trying to show off her muscles again. However, when Braden took a closer look at Alex, he noticed that her face was as serious and focused as possible, and he decided that for Alex, it was a regular warm-up weight. After a couple of seconds, Alex also looked at Braden's barbell and grinned at him again, which made Braden very angry. Soon, Alex and Braden started doing squats, and Alex tried to squat as low as possible, while Braden was slacking a lot and doing the squats incorrectly. Braden soon lost all his strength, and after just 7 reps, he dropped the barbell and stopped squatting. Alex first looked at how Braden could barely stand, then she continued to squat, and in the end, she completed 12 squats. After the squats, Alex walked over to Braden to see the difference between her legs and Braden's legs. Braden also began to take a closer look at Alex's legs, and he decided that she was just looking for another reason to show off her muscles. Alex also looked at Braden's legs more closely and realized that Braden had never had the opportunity to swing his legs before. These words hit Braden hard, and then he took out his water bottle and splashed all the water at Alex. Braden then told Alex that he would have to work on their joint project alone, but Alex did not understand why he thought that she was a bad student. Braden then said that Alex was constantly playing games, sleeping in lectures, and working out in the gym, and he could not believe that despite all this, Alex was a diligent student. When Alex once again grinned at Braden, he told her that she would regret getting into conflict with an internet star like him. Braden also said that he wanted to try to become even more popular, but after Alex humiliated him in front of the whole group, it would be extremely difficult. However, Braden said that he would get revenge on Alex later. Allegedly, his stomach started hurting again, after which he was going to go home. However, due to severe pain in Braden's legs, it was very difficult for him to walk, and Braden even tripped several times on the way home. When Braden finally left the gym, Alex thought that she had never met such idiots as Braden before. Alex also decided that Braden was one of those people who only cared about popularity and their own appearance. While Alex was doing back-to-back squats, she thought about how hard it would be for her to work with Braden for the entire school year. The next day, Alex went to class, glad that the weekend would soon come, and that today she didn't have lectures where she would have to sit with Braden. Suddenly, Alex receives a message from Danielle on her phone, and she decides to read it. In this message, Danielle wrote to Alex that she appeared in his new video, and she wanted Alex to see it as soon as possible. This made Alex very angry, and then she immediately went to TikTok to see what kind of video Braden had posted of her. Opening Braden's TikTok profile, Alex was amazed that such an idiot would actually have 3 million followers. Soon, Alex found the same video on Braden's profile that he posted last night. A few seconds later, Alex saw that she was suddenly in Braden's video. In the video, Braden said that today he would like to show his subscribers something very cool. This video collected more than 500 comments in which people believed that Alex was Braden's girlfriend. Alex was furious because she couldn't believe that people actually mistook her for Braden's girlfriend. After that, Alex decided to watch a few more videos on Braden's channel to better understand why he became so popular. As it turns out, most of Braden's videos are based on him just showing his face and saying things, making himself look like a handsome and attractive guy. However, Alex did not understand how a person who produces such videos could become so popular on the internet. At one point, Alex became so disgusted with watching Braden's videos that she believed that at the beginning of each of his videos, Braden should leave a warning about the abundance of various nonsense in his videos. After that, Alex decided to watch a few more of Braden's videos to see if he had made any more videos of her. At that moment, Alex decided that if Braden uploaded at least one more video with her participation, she would strangle him. However, after several minutes of searching, Alex did not find videos on Braden's profile in which she could have been filmed. It was at that moment that Alex realized why Braden came to the gym and what he had been doing there for the last 20 minutes. Alex still couldn't believe that Braden had actually filmed her and posted the video, and she watched the video over and over again. Alex also noticed that Braden said almost nothing about her, and she thought it was some kind of strange prank. In addition, Alex saw that Braden in his video was grimacing more in front of the camera and trying to show off his thin muscles, which only made Alex angrier. Then Alex decided to read the comments to this video to find out if anyone paid attention to her. In the first comment, someone praised Alex and said that she looked really cool, which surprised Alex a little at first. In most of the comments, people admired Alex and asked her to show her the exercises that allowed her to build such muscles. Reading the comments, Alex became more and more embarrassed because she did not expect that anyone would praise her. Soon, Alex heard Braden's voice shouting to her that a person like Alex would watch his video. However, Alex told Braden that it was completely accidental and that she would not deliberately watch such strange videos. However, Braden didn't pay attention to what Alex was telling him, and he simply asked Alex to follow his profile and leave a comment so that his videos would become even more popular. In response to this, Alex told Braden that he posted a video in which she happened to be in, but Braden did not understand what Alex was talking about. At the same moment, Braden took out his phone and began looking for the same video that he took yesterday at the gym. Having found this video, Braden told Alex that she ruined his entire video for him, to which Alex told Braden that it was his own fault since he was filming almost the entire gym. Braden was at a loss, and then he decided to try to remove the video from his profile. This decision of Braden greatly surprised Alex, since she did not at all expect that Braden would show his prudence in such a situation. Upon opening the video, Braden was disappointed that people were making comments about Alex when he had no intention of filming her. At that same moment, Alex realized the real reason Braden wanted to delete this video as soon as possible. A second later, Danielle appeared in front of Alex, greatly frightening Alex with her sudden appearance. Danielle couldn't believe that her friend actually appeared in Braden's video, thereby becoming a celebrity. A couple of seconds later, Danielle saw Braden himself, and she didn't know what to do. Braden realized that his fan was now standing in front of him, and then he greeted Danielle. With each passing second, Danielle became more and more speechless, making it difficult for her to even tell Braden her name. Excited, Danielle immediately began asking Alex and Braden a bunch of questions about their connection to each other. Danielle then gave Alex the thumbs up, showing her that she would take control of the situation, which greatly worried Alex herself. Brayden noticed this and decided that Alex and Danielle were good friends. Brayden then began to lightly tap Alex on the head, and he told Danielle that they actually talked about things often and that they had already become good friends. After that, Brayden stopped hitting Alex in the head, and she realized that Brayden was up to something. Alex felt that Brayden was trying to make Danielle think he was a good guy and that Alex had a bad temper, when in fact it was the exact opposite. Then Alex decided that she should get out of here as quickly as possible, and she told Brayden and Danielle that another lecture was starting soon and that she did not want to be late for it. Before Alex left, she told Danielle that Brayden was a very sneaky person and that she should have been more careful with him. After that, Alex went to the lecture, leaving Brayden and Danielle alone. Danielle was also getting ready to go to the lecture, but Brayden wanted to ask Danielle a few more questions. A second later, Danielle returned back to Brayden, who wanted to know something from her about Alex. At this point, Daniela believed that Brayden was indeed in love with Alex, and she decided to help them get together. Danielle then told Brayden that Alex can be grumpy sometimes, but despite this, she is still very sweet, funny, smart, and fearless. However, Brayden told Danielle that he wanted to ask her about what Alex is usually into and what she doesn't like. Then Danielle told Brayden that Alex really didn't like studying, and she asked him to help her with it. Danielle also said that Alex plays computer games very well and a lot. Danielle also told Brayden that Alex might soon get into a professional league, which got Brayden interested. In addition, Danielle recently learned that Coach Alex wants to make her the first woman to play in a professional league. Danielle also told Brayden that if he plays games too, he can talk to Alex about it. After the lectures, Alex and Danielle went to Alex's house, where she told Danielle everything she had learned about Brayden. Also, during the conversation, Alex mentioned that she was going to go to Brayden's house, which surprised Danielle, and she wanted to know all the details about it. Alex then told Danielle again that she was going to Brayden's house that evening. At this point, Danielle believed that Alex finally had a boyfriend, to which Alex said that she was going to him only to start working on a joint project. However, Danielle still believed that Alex would finally have the opportunity to make love with Brayden, which greatly confused and surprised Alex. Danielle also told Alex that if she had any questions about this, she could feel free to contact her so that everything would work out for Alex and Brayden. Danielle explained this desire to help by saying that if Brayden didn't like Alex, he would hardly have invited her to his home, but Alex said that she herself offered to meet at his house. This news surprised Danielle so much that she accidentally sprayed her hot coffee from her mouth right into Alex's face. While Alex sat with her face burned from coffee, Danielle considered this act of Alex to be very brave. However, in fact, Brayden himself suggested that Alex start working on a joint project, but at that time Alex was very exhausted, and she suggested starting work on the project on the weekend. Alex also told Danielle that she couldn't invite anyone to her house because of the big mess. Then Danielle noticed how there was a lot of garbage all over Alex's apartment in the form of fast food packaging, energy drink cans, and other garbage. Alex told Danielle that no one would ever be able to get into her apartment under any circumstances, as if it were a fortress, and Danielle thought that Alex was just proud of that. Afterwards, Alex explained that the mess in her apartment was the reason she was going to Brayden's house, but Danielle believed that the reason for this was her laziness. Then Danielle wanted to tell Alex that guys like charming and sexy girls, but Alex interrupted her almost immediately. Danielle also told Alex that her advantage was the fact that she goes to the gym, but Alex felt that Danielle was hinting that working out compensated for her character. However, almost immediately, Danielle told Alex that she was just joking and said that if you got to know her better, then you could be friends with her, after which she began to lightly hit Alex on the head. Danielle also advised Alex to start working on the joint project as soon as possible, since Danielle and her partner had already completed the first part of the work in less than an hour. Then Alex began to hope that at least in his studies, Brayden would be able to show his best side, since she could not afford to have bad grades. Danielle thought that Alex didn't want to lose his scholarship, and Alex explained that the special program was designed for promising gamers, and she would cover almost all the costs. However, this support program only applies to those students who have a high degree of academic achievement and high playing skills, and Alex could not afford to be left without sponsorship. Danielle couldn't believe that the gaming industry had become such a serious and promising business, and Alex explained to her that many professional gamers earned six-figure salaries. Danielle couldn't believe Alex's words and said that she also wants to make money like this, to which Alex told her that first she needs to learn how to play games at a professional level. Then Danielle told Alex that she would succeed if she was even more confident in herself and her capabilities. After the conversation, Danielle went home while Alex got ready to do a little warm-up. Alex believed that she still had time before meeting Brayden, and that she would have time to go for a short run to warm up. However, at the same moment Braden appeared, who could not believe that even during the weekend Alex was also training, which Alex herself did not like very much. Then Alex told Braden that cardio allows a person to keep his muscles toned and prevents him from gaining excess weight. Then Braden asked Alex to help him with something urgent, combining his training with something useful. When Alex wanted to understand what exactly was the catch, Braden, with his manic smile, said that there was absolutely no trick. First, Braden reminded Alex that old Jackie lived not far from them, and she asked Braden to help her a little. After that, Braden pointed Alex to several large boxes and told her that they needed to move all this cargo to old Jackie's apartment. Alex sensed some kind of catch in this matter, since she could not believe that Braden was capable of voluntarily helping some old woman, and she decided that old Jackie had paid him for his help. Alex also believed that Alex was doing this for her next video, and she started looking around for hidden cameras, thinking that this might be some kind of prank. Then Alex decided that if Braden was really doing all this for another video, then she could find the right moment and embarrass him in his video, thereby getting revenge on him for the video in the gym. In the end, Alex agreed to help Braden, based on the fact that climbing stairs is also a very useful exercise. Then Alex took the two largest and heaviest boxes at once and asked Braden if such light boxes were really too heavy for him, to which Braden said that this was nothing for him. However, when Alex and Braden were lifting boxes up the stairs, Alex asked Braden why all the weight of these boxes rested on her if he was able to lift and carry them himself. After this, Braden tried to prove that it was not hard for him at all by starting to squat with a box in his hands, to which Alex told him not to waste his strength. Soon, Alex and Braden carried all the boxes to the apartment of old Jackie, who told Braden that she was very embarrassed for burdening him with such work. However, Braden told old Jackie that it was easy for him to help, and that if she needed any more help, he would help her right away. Alex looked at Braden and was somewhat surprised that old Jackie actually needed help, and she thought that it was unlikely that old Jackie would agree to participate in his venture. However, at one point, Alex decided that Braden could easily just film old Jackie for his video without her permission. Old Jackie also told Braden that she was also very grateful to his girlfriend, to which Braden told her that Alex was not his girlfriend and that they were not even friends. Old Jackie told Braden that he shouldn't date such a pretty and sweet girl like Alex. However, Braden told old Jackie that he could date Alex if she weren't such a bore, which offended Alex a little. After that, old Jackie thanked Alex and Braden again for their help, after which they headed home. Soon Alex decided to ask Braden why he had arranged all this, but Braden did not fully understand what exactly Alex was talking about. Then Alex told Braden that he had arranged all this for his next video, after which she asked him where exactly he hid his cameras. Alex also told Braden that she would never in her life believe that such a narcissistic idiot like Braden was capable of good deeds. However, instead of making a joke, Braden told Alex that he himself understood why she thought that way about him, after which Braden sped up a little and went to his home. Alex had not at all expected such a reaction from Braden, and she decided that somehow she might have accidentally offended him. The next day, Alex was walking down the street in a great mood because she didn't have to go to college today. Alex believed that it could have been a great weekend, if not for one moment that spoiled her entire day. It was on this day that Alex agreed with Braden to meet at his house and start working on a joint project, and if not for this meeting, she could have gone for a run. Having reached Braden's door, Alex thought about what dirty trick Braden had planned this time. However, before entering, Alex remembered the phrase that Braden said to her at the end of their last meeting, and Alex still did not understand what exactly he meant then. However, Alex decided not to think about it too much, and she was about to enter Braden's apartment, hoping that he had at least cut his hair before she arrived. However, when Braden opened the door to his apartment, Alex saw Braden's same hair in front of her. Instead of greeting Alex, Braden reproached her for being late, after which he called her lazy. Alex had already begun to regret that she had come to him at all, and she already wanted to return to her home as soon as possible. However, Braden did not reproach Alex for too long, and then he allowed her to enter his apartment in order to begin work on their joint project as soon as possible. Entering Braden's apartment, Alex was greatly amazed at how clean and beautiful everything was. Alex also decided for a moment that Braden really was the kind of person who, thanks to his popularity on the internet, had enough money to support himself. Also, after a few seconds, Alex noticed that Braden's apartment smelled of something very tasty. While Alex continued to sniff, Braden was delighted that Alex was finally in his apartment and that he could now begin executing his evil plan. Braden was also very happy that Danielle was able to tell him a lot of useful information about Alex, and thanks to her, he was able to prepare something special for Alex. Alex soon turned her attention to Braden's table, which had pizza, fries, soda, chips, and tacos. Braden was confident that no gamer could resist such treats. Braden planned to give Alex high-calorie foods on a regular basis, which would cause her to gain weight while he continued to train and get Alex stronger. However, Alex realized that there was some kind of trick involved, and she told Braden that it was a very stupid thing to do. Alex told Braden that she understood that he wanted to force her to eat junk food and ruin her diet, but Braden continued to pretend that he had no intention of doing any such thing. While Braden was eating his pizza, Alex pulled her t-shirt off a little to show Braden her muscles, and she told him that if he ate like that, he would never be able to build muscles like that. However, Braden told Alex that he was trying to gain mass so that his muscles would grow more efficiently, to which Alex told him that it worked a little differently. Then Alex told Braden that despite his best efforts, she would never give in to the temptation to eat all that junk food. Then Braden asked Alex why she was looking at pizza so greedily and willingly. However, hungry Alex was no longer listening to Braden, and she was only thinking about how to quickly eat this delicious and warm pizza. Braden couldn't believe that his plan was actually starting to work, because he thought that Alex was the kind of gamer who only takes pictures with a gamepad in her hands. At the same moment, Braden began to think about how smart he was for thinking of tempting Alex with junk food. Then Braden thought that everything Danielle said about Alex was true, and he decided to ask Alex if she really was a real gamer. Excited, Alex immediately told Braden that she really loved playing games, and that she had wanted to join the Solid esports team since she was 15. Alex thought she could finally find something to talk about with Braden, so she asked him if he played any games. Suddenly, Alex began to act more calmly, and she decided that such things were unlikely to interest Braden. Braden then said that he doesn't play games where a really strong player can't win the match just because his team keeps making stupid mistakes and is always losing. Alex was amazed that Braden knew some words from the gaming vocabulary, despite the fact that he does not play games. Alex was then trying to figure out how Braden knew she was an avid gamer, and she figured that Danielle had told him about some of her hobbies. At that very moment, Alex realized how Braden knew what kind of junk food she liked. Soon, Alex found it difficult to restrain herself, and her hand immediately reached for the taco, but she still tried to restrain herself. With each passing second, Alex found it very difficult to restrain herself, and she was afraid that if she suddenly broke down, Braden would perceive her as some kind of animal. Then Braden took a piece of pizza in his hand and began to tease Alex, which caused Alex's hunger and appetite to turn into anger and hatred towards Alex. While Braden happily ate his pizza, Alex took out some sheets of paper to quickly start completing the joint task and go home. However, after a couple of seconds, Braden noticed that they forgot to add olives to the pizza, which upset him somewhat, while Alex still wanted to start the task as quickly as possible. Then Braden opened his refrigerator, which contained a whole jar of olives, which he had been saving for such an occasion. While Braden was trying to open a jar of olives, he didn't forget to tease Alex a little with his pizza. However, Braden soon stopped teasing Alex because he couldn't open a jar of olives. Alex saw that Braden still couldn't open his jar of olives, and then Alex chuckled at Braden again. Alex then flexed her muscles slightly to show off to Braden, after which she offered to help him with his jar of olives. Then Braden began to worry about the fact that he constantly finds himself in such ridiculous situations right in front of Alex. Braden began to think about what he needed to do so as not to embarrass himself in front of Alex again. Then Braden told Alex that he was already full and didn't want to eat pizza with olives, and Alex decided that Braden was just afraid that she might open that jar. At this point, Braden figured that if Alex actually opened the jar, he would embarrass himself in front of her again, and if he didn't give her the jar, she would think he was just scared. Braden then tried to convince himself that the jar would be tight enough for Alex to open it. In the end, Braden did give Alex a jar of olives, after which Alex was about to open it. Before this, Alex took off her t-shirt, which at first greatly confused Braden, who did not understand why she was doing this at all. Alex then told Braden that she was just trying to show Braden her physical superiority. Alex then tensed her arm as hard as she could to show Braden her bicep. After a couple of seconds, Alex realized that right now she had taken off her shirt and was starting to show off her muscles to Braden, and she decided to pretend that this was what she had planned to do. Alex then grabbed the jar of olives from Braden's hands and began trying to open it. However, this jar was too tight even for Alex, and then she tried to apply more force. Even Braden did not expect such a result, and with every second it became more and more interesting for him to watch Alex trying to open a small jar. The jar of olives was twisted so tightly that Alex began to twist her face in attempts to open it. However, Alex believed that she could not make herself look like some kind of idiot in front of Braden, and she wanted to open this jar at all costs. At this moment, Braden believed that Alex would definitely not be able to open this jar, giving him another reason to mock her. However, Alex still managed to open the jar of olives, after which she handed it to a somewhat disappointed and upset Brayden. At this point, there was an awkward silence between Alex and Brayden, during which they simply looked at each other for a few seconds. Alex then showed Brayden her bicep again, to which an enraged Brayden said that if his hands weren't stained with pizza grease, he would have been able to open that can too. After that, Alex and Brayden headed to the table, and Alex told him that if he ever needed to open a jar, he could always contact her. After that, Brayden sat down at the table and told Alex that if she spent less time at the gym and more time studying, then she wouldn't ruin their joint assignment with her mistakes. Then Alex picked up her part of the work and saw that there were a lot of mistakes in it. At this moment, Alex became extremely upset, since she had spent a lot of her time and energy on this work. At this point, Alex decided that she was completely stupid, to which Brayden told her that she had biceps instead of brains. Then Alex began to worry that if she couldn't correct her mistakes, she might lose her scholarship. Then Alex had no other choice, and she had to ask Brayden to help with her work and correct her mistakes. However, Brayden said that he had already corrected half of all the errors, explaining that he did not want to accidentally ruin his grade. At this moment, it was very difficult for Alex to realize the fact that some narcissistic idiot was smarter than her. After that, Brayden sat down at the table and told Alex that he could correct the other mistakes as well. When Brayden sat down at the table, he smiled ominously at Alex, which irritated her very much. Brayden also told Alex that he could also check her work and correct her mistakes, and Alex immediately suspected some kind of trick. However, Brayden told Alex that he would help her if she did something for him using her body. At that moment, Alex believed that Brayden wanted to make love to her, which made her embarrassed and covered her body with her hands, but she understood that she had no choice, and she had to agree. A minute later, loud sounds reminiscent of human groans and the grinding of the floor began to be heard from Brayden's apartment. The fact is that Brayden had long wanted to change the decor in his apartment a little, but he was too weak to move the furniture on his own, and he asked Alex to help him with this. A couple of minutes later, Alex moved one of Brayden's closets and asked him why she was moving his furniture, to which Brayden said that all the furniture in his house was not according to feng shui and that she could help him with this. Brayden also said that while Alex is engaged in physical labor, he is engaged in intellectual activity, and thanks to this, everyone receives their own benefit. After that, Brayden told Alex that if she didn't want to agree to his terms, she didn't have to help him, to which Alex said that she could handle it. While Alex spent an hour moving various pieces of furniture into the right places in Brayden's apartment, Brayden helped her with her work. Soon, Alex moved all of Brayden's furniture into the right places, while Brayden helped her figure out her mistakes. Alex took the sheets with her assignment and could not believe that Brayden had actually done everything right, for which she was grateful to him. Brayden also told Alex that there was going to be a test on this topic in college soon, and if she didn't study, she risked getting a bad grade. Soon Alex got ready to go home, and Brayden told her that she really should at least study a little so that she doesn't get expelled from college. In response to this, Alex simply looked at Brayden angrily and went home. On the way to his apartment, Alex told Brayden that she didn't ask his opinion and that she would figure it out on her own. After that, Brayden stood in the hallway for a couple of minutes in confusion, trying to understand why Alex suddenly looked at him like that. Soon the day Alex has been waiting for has arrived, namely the day when she will have the opportunity to participate in a professional league. Alex was determined to win, and she hoped that after 3 years of training, she could be among the best gamers. However, Alex was very worried about how her game today would go, since she believed that now her future literally depends on how well she plays. At the moment, Alex couldn't think about anything other than whether she would be accepted into the professional league, and Alex tried to collect her thoughts. Suddenly, Alex had a panic attack, and she tried in every possible way to drive away all the negative thoughts and focus on her game today. After a couple of seconds, Alex was distracted by some kind of ringing, reminiscent of the sound of a doorbell. No one had ever come to Alex's house before, and so Alex didn't even know what exactly her doorbell sounded like. At one point, Alex thought that Brayden was ringing at her door, and she believed that if she was at her house, he would definitely interfere with her in her game today. However, when Alex opened the door to her apartment, she saw Danielle there, who wanted to give her a little surprise. Danielle told Alex that she wanted to wish her luck in her game today, after which he handed her a bag of various foods. At the same moment, Alex hugged Danielle as tightly as possible and told her that she was her best friend. Danielle also said that she knew that Alex would most likely be worried before this game, and she wanted to at least support her a little. After this, Danielle immediately grabbed Alex by the shoulders and began to shake her, telling her that she should be confident in herself and strive for her goal at any cost. Later, Danielle asked Alex how this qualifying round was going, which only made Alex happier, since Danielle supported her even in something she herself didn't understand at all. At first, Alex reminded her friend that she had been playing League of Legends for a long time, but Danielle only remembered this game for the fact that in this game, everyone constantly shouts at each other. Once every 8 months, this game holds qualifying rounds between the 30 best teams in the world, and Alex tries to get into one of these teams. 10 candidates were also recruited, 5 of which will remain in the finals, and then the manager of one of these teams named Chris will decide whether he will take Alex to his team. This time, Danielle hardly understood anything, and then she again grabbed her by the shoulders and told her that she should be confident in her abilities. After that, Danielle put her hand in her pocket and told Alex that in addition to the food, she also brought Alex another little surprise. After a couple of seconds, Danielle pulled out a small can of Adderall from her pocket, which is usually used to sharpen a person's attention and increase reactions. Danielle told Alex that these pills are a special stimulant that can definitely help Alex get into the professional league. However, Alex was categorically against the use of any type of stimulants, both steroids in the gym and the use of Adderall in her career as a future esports athlete. At the same moment, Alex hit Danielle on the hand in which she was holding the pills and told her that she would under no circumstances use them. Danielle completely agreed with Alex's decision, in which she fully supported her, after which she offered her a sandwich. However, when Danielle pulled out the delicious sandwich, Alex also noticed that it had a ton of Adderall in it, and she said that she wouldn't eat it. Realizing that Danielle would not be able to drug Alex with stimulants, she told her friend that her eyesight was very good and that she just wanted to support her in today's game. Before going on with her business, Danielle wanted to tell Alex something very important. Danielle told Alex that she had very toned arms and that she needed to show them off as often as possible. Alex didn't think much of it, and Danielle told her that she should constantly show them off and show them off as much as possible. Then Alex said that she actually began to pump them more often in the gym, while Danielle began to feel her biceps without any hesitation. At that moment, Danielle remembered that just recently Alex came to see Braden, and she asked Alex how her date with Braden went yesterday. However, Alex didn't want to talk about Braden, and she simply threw Danielle out of her apartment, to which Danielle said that she would still find out all the details of their meeting. Soon, Alex received a message from Chris on his phone, in which Chris wrote that the qualifying round was about to begin. At that moment, Alex sat down at the computer, put on her headphones, and began to wait for the qualifying round to begin. Chris soon connected with Alex in the game, and within seconds the qualifying round began. Meanwhile, Danielle was walking down the street about her business, and on the way she accidentally met Braden. Braden recognized Alex's friend, and he decided that if she was walking around this area, then she also lived near him and Alex. However, Danielle said that she was just minding her own business and that she decided to visit Alex for a while and wish her luck in her qualifying round. Danielle figured Braden would probably tell her everything about their date last night, and she wanted to know if Alex was acting strange. Braden told Danielle that even though he had to do most of the work, their meeting yesterday went well, and Danielle felt that Alex and Braden had finally hit it off. Braden also told Danielle that when Alex went home, he thought he really pissed her off. Braden told Danielle that during their last meeting, he said something very bad and hurtful to Alex about her passion for the gym, which made her very upset with him. Danielle told Braden that this was a sore subject for Alex, as sports had become an integral part of her life, and that it was what helped her get through difficult times. Danielle also said that one day Alex became the object of ridicule from the entire gaming community, and Alex believed that she had lost her only reason to be proud of herself. At this point, it was time to select players for the professional league, and Chris introduced Alex to the rest of the team. Alex played with 4 other players, including bottom laner Herman, top laner Sangkook, support player and team captain Chris. On this team, Alex played the role of a mid laner, and soon all team members began choosing characters for each other to play. At this moment, Alex felt great, and she was pleased to experience that feeling of team again. Soon, Alex got ready for the game and thought that under no circumstances should she screw up in front of the team. Before the game started, the whole team decided to choose Alex as the main player. Since they were confident that she would play well, however, Alex insisted not to do so. In the end, the entire team let Alex play as her best character, and Alex felt that her team believed in her and that she should never let them down. After a few minutes, all the other team members chose their characters, and they began the game against the enemy team. When all the team members appeared on the playing field, everyone began to discuss their tactics in order to significantly increase their chances of winning. Soon, all team members scattered around the map and began to follow their tactics, but everyone noticed that Alex was simply standing still. The team members decided that Alex was having problems with the internet and were trying to contact her via voice chat. However, Alex did not have any problems with the internet, and she simply could not start playing with the rest of the team. Alex was seized with severe panic, due to which she began to sweat profusely and could not move. Panic gripped Alex more and more, and she remembered those times when everyone humiliated her. Several years ago, Alex tried to get into the Professional Players League, but spectators began to insult and humiliate her, which is why she could not concentrate on the game. However, with every second it becomes more and more difficult for Alex to ignore the various insults addressed to her, which is why Alex and her team lost and were unable to get into the professional league. Alex began to panic, and she could not understand why these extremely unpleasant memories were in her head at such an important moment. At the same moment, Alex thought that this time she would let her team down again and they would lose again. Alex tried to pull herself together and join the game, but the emotional pressure was too heavy and she began to cry. With each passing second, Alex found it more and more difficult to breathe, and in the end, she ran away from her apartment, leaving her team behind. Alex was simply trying to run away as far as possible, not even understanding where she was running. Soon, Alex ran to the gym where she worked out, but this time she had no intention of pumping up her muscles. A few seconds later, Alex leaned against one of the walls and sat with her back to it, remembering the insults that the crowd shouted at her on that vindictive day. Alex cringed and began to think about how pathetic and insignificant she was. Alex also thought that she was in vain hoping that she could change. Alex sat near the wall for a few more minutes and thought that no one would ever stop humiliating her. A few more minutes later, Alex saw Braden getting ready to go home after another workout. At that moment, Alex was thinking about Braden leaving her as soon as possible, because she believed that now he would start bullying her. However, instead of mocking Alex, Braden greeted Alex. Immediately after this, Braden started laughing at her, telling her that despite her selection today, she still chose to go to the gym one more time. However, even when Braden called Alex a klutz, she did not react to his words, and Braden realized that something was wrong with Alex today. After a couple of seconds, Alex turned to face Braden, and only at that moment Braden saw bitter tears on her face. However, this did nothing to stop Braden from further bullying, and he began to joke about Alex crying because she couldn't find weight plates. While Braden continued to laugh, Alex just cowered and continued to cry. At that moment, Braden realized that he was going too far, and then he asked Alex for forgiveness for his jokes and bullying. An awkward silence soon fell between Alex and Braden didn't know how else he could try to calm Alex down. After a couple of seconds, Alex yelled at Braden to keep laughing at her, as she believed that she deserved to be treated that way. Alex also told Braden that she really was training in vain in the gym and wasting her time. Alex felt like all the time and effort she put into the gym was in vain, and that she couldn't do anything. While Alex was talking about how helpless she was, Braden began to feel very guilty about the way he joked with her. At that same moment, Braden remembered a moment from his childhood when all his peers bullied him. Alex was tired of the way people treated her and decided that if she started going to the gym and working on herself, people would start treating her like a human being. However, Alex believed that no matter how much she went to the gym and no matter how much she pumped up, at heart, she was still the same coward as before. At that moment, Braden remembered his conversation with Danielle, in which she told Braden that Alex had once become the laughing stock of the entire gaming industry. In response, Braden simply said that he could not believe that a girl like Alex would become a laughing stock. However, as Danielle was about to leave, Braden asked her what exactly happened to Alex, and Danielle said that it all started back in high school. At this point, Braden realized that Alex had been quite the popular and annoying girl in high school. However, Danielle said that at school, Alex was an overweight, quiet girl who was constantly teased and constantly bullied by her classmates at school. Despite the fact that Alex was constantly bullied by her classmates, Danielle had been friends with her since childhood, and at school their friendship only became stronger. Alex also often spent her free time with Danielle, and they constantly stayed at Danielle's house, since it was extremely difficult for Alex to be at home. As a child, Alex suffered from social anxiety, and only a few of her classmates thought that she was quite strange, but even so, no one paid much attention to it. When Alex entered high school, she was increasingly bullied and laughed at because of her complexes, which made her even more withdrawn. Despite the worsening situation, Danielle did not stop being friends with her, and Alex always smiled every time they met. At the same time, the game League of Legends was released, which soon became one of the most popular video games, and even those people who did not play video games had heard of it at least once. Alex almost immediately got used to this game, and Danielle spent days watching how happy Alex happily spent almost all her free time there. Thanks to this game, Alex was able to make a lot of friends and become a little more popular at school, and soon she joined the gaming club. Alex soon became one of the best players in the country, and then she was contacted by a representative of one of the professional esports teams, who invited her to play with them. At that moment, it seemed to Danielle that everything was finally getting better for Alex. But 3 years ago, one very unpleasant incident happened to her. Rumors about Alex began to circulate around the school, and then everyone again began to humiliate and insult her. Soon, news that Alex might be in a professional league began to spread around the school, which led to many humiliations in Alex's direction. Everyone joked about how Alex only played video games. Everyone began to joke especially a lot about Alex's excess weight, which made it more difficult for her to ignore all this bullying against herself. Danielle believed that all these jokes came about because everyone was jealous of Alex that she could get into the professional league. Because of this, Alex found it increasingly difficult to attend school, and she only delved deeper into the game. Soon, Alex began to frequently miss school days, and her grades dropped significantly. However, despite all the bullying, Alex was still able to become a member of one of the esports teams. However, even though Alex was able to achieve her goal, she did not look as happy as Danielle knew her to be. Danielle tried to do everything possible to cheer Alex up at least a little, but Alex still looked just as depressed. Soon the bullying spread far beyond the school, and Alex began to be bullied on the internet, and Alex's excess weight was still the reason for the jokes. Soon the day of Alex's first serious game arrived, but she still didn't look happy. On this day, Alex was very worried precisely because of the activity that initially brought her pleasure and self-confidence. Soon the game between the teams began, and many spectators who came to the match already knew about Alex's school problems. During the match, many spectators began to humiliate Alex, laughing at her excess weight throughout the match. Because of these insults, Alex couldn't concentrate on the game, and she tried not to pay attention to the audience, but she still couldn't play properly. As a result, Alex could not stand all these insults, and then she had to abandon her team right in the middle of the match, dooming them to certain loss. After the match, Danielle tried to calm and support Alex, and Danielle wanted her friend to tell her everything. Alex told Danielle what happened to her during the game, to which Danielle said that she should never listen to all those idiots who insulted her. Danielle tried to continue trying to support Alex, telling her that she should believe in herself. But at one point, Alex snapped at Danielle. Alex told her friend that she would never understand how she felt now because she was beautiful and popular and that everyone loved her. After this incident, Alex fell into negative thoughts, and now she stopped going to school and playing games altogether and spent most of her time just lying in bed. The situation became so disgusted that Alex began to appear on the internet, in which she runs away right in the middle of the championship. It took Alex several months to think things through and get back to normal, and then she first came to Danielle. First of all, Alex apologized to Danielle for yelling at her, because that day she was completely disappointed in herself and her capabilities. Danielle forgave Alex and said that she was also to blame for pushing Alex, because she just wanted to support her friend. And then she asked Alex what she could do about it. Alex just said that she was very angry with herself for ruining everything that she used to be so proud of. Alex also believed that she allowed everyone to insult her because all these people were telling the truth about her. Alex was fully aware that she was socially retarded and that she used video games to escape reality. However, despite all this, Alex still wanted to be part of society and have other hobbies, friends, and perhaps even date someone. Then Alex said that she wanted to change herself and people's attitude towards herself. And Danielle said that despite such a good idea, Alex should do this first of all for herself, and not for others. Alex also said that she still wants to become a professional gamer, but now she will only do it when she can become a confident person. 3 years have passed since then, and during this time Alex graduated from school, went to college, and started working out in the gym, thereby changing herself beyond recognition. Danielle also said that Alex has a very small social circle and that she cannot even find support from her parents. Danielle was especially offended by the fact that she simply did not know how else she could support Alex, since she did not notice her results and her achievements at all. Sad Alex sat in the gym and told Braden that she was still the same scared and insecure girl that she was before. Suddenly, Braden told Alex that he could consider her any kind of girl, but in no case could he say that she was weak or unsure of herself. Alex was so overwhelmed by Braden's unexpected words of support that she immediately stopped crying and began to listen carefully to him. Braden then told Alex that when they first met, he had a somewhat incorrect impression of Alex as a person. Braden also told Alex that he was not sure that Alex could be a weak, pathetic, scared, and insecure girl. Braden told Alex that he sees her as a very sassy, straightforward, and proud girl who will never give in to anyone on anything and will continue to insist on her own. Braden also thought of Alex as the kind of girl who likes to show off to everyone and doesn't care about any of the crap that other people say about her. Brayden would never have thought that a girl like Alex would allow her abusers to fill her head with some nonsense. After these words, Brayden told Alex that apparently he was mistaken about her, and that she was not at all the girl who had previously behaved so boldly with him. After that, Brayden took his bag, called Alex a bore, and headed to his house. After Brayden left the gym, Alex thought about what Brayden had told her about letting her bullies fill her head with stupid things. At that moment, Alex remembered the day when she found a video on Brayden's profile that he took at the gym. That day, Alex couldn't help but laugh as she read people's comments under Brayden's latest video, in which many of his followers mocked him. Most of the comments were from people saying that they were embarrassed to see Brayden trying to appear like some kind of professional athlete in front of his audience. Alex couldn't stop laughing at Brayden that day, telling him that people couldn't stop laughing at his physique. Brayden was so surprised by Alex's words that he immediately opened his latest uploaded video and began reading the comments under it. In response to this, Brayden only read the comments under this video and thought that he was not at all interested in the opinions of haters, and that thanks to them, his videos were only becoming more popular. After this, Brayden began simply blocking users who wrote negative comments under his videos. At that time, Alex was somewhat surprised that Brayden was so calm about insults directed at him on the internet. Alex began to think that for Brayden, insults from his haters had no real meaning. Alex also noticed that she had never seen Brayden upset in any way, and more often she saw him angry. But even so, his mood could easily change in just a couple of seconds. At this point, Alex wondered how Brayden managed to remain so self-confident and relaxed. Alex couldn't understand how Brayden could be so indifferent to what people had to say about him, and she figured that she, too, could not pay attention to the opinions of others. Alex also noticed that she was praised not by a guy who has something to love her for, but by a guy who has been irritating him very much lately. Then Alex realized that she had to pull herself together, finish what she started, and stop living in her past. In addition, Alex thought that if she continues to worry about what happened so long ago, then she will never be able to achieve her goal, which she has been striving for a very long time. Suddenly, Alex got up from the floor and ran as quickly as possible towards her apartment, hoping that she could still fix everything. On the way home, Alex kept thinking that she needed to forget about what happened 3 years ago and continued to strive to become better. Seconds later, Alex reached her apartment and opened the door with one strong kick. When Alex got to her computer, she grabbed her headphones and told her teammates that she had to take a break from the game due to severe diarrhea. However, no one answered Alex at first, and she decided that she had not made it in time, causing her team to lose, and Alex began to feel a strong sense of guilt for her action. However, Alex's teammates told her that they paused the game and waited until she returned. Due to her extreme excitement, Alex forgot that the match could be paused for a while, and then she sat down at the computer and suggested continuing the match. At the same time, Alex felt ashamed for saying that she had diarrhea, since she could tell that her game was just frozen. After the qualifying round, Alex started working out even harder in the gym. After some time, Alex decided to try to break her previous records in 3 main exercises. Alex was able to bench press an 88-kilogram barbell and squat a 134-kilogram barbell, and now she's trying to break her deadlift record. As a result, Alex was able to perform a deadlift with a barbell weighing 143 kilograms. At that moment, Alex was beside herself with happiness, and she felt that she had become many times stronger. After the deadlift, Alex looked at herself in the mirror and noticed how pumped up she had become over the past couple of months of persistent and hard training. Alex was very pleased with her result, since she has been trying to bring her body to such an incredible state for a long time. Alex was pleased with how strong her arms and legs had become, and that she now had firm and noticeable abs on her stomach. Alex was also pleased to see how big and toned her gluteal muscles had become. Suddenly, Alex felt that she was actually able to gain some impressive muscle mass, and even some gym-goers were praising her for her tight and strong muscles. Alex was also very happy that she showed her playing skills well in the qualifying round, despite the fact that she had to go through a lot of panic at first. At that same moment, for the first time in all these years, Alex felt proud of herself and her skills in the game and in the gym. For the first few seconds, it was somewhat unusual for Alex to feel proud of herself, but she was still pleased to realize that she was able to achieve such significant results. However, Alex was very angry that she was able to achieve all this only thanks to Brayden's support, and out of anger, she kicked the punching bag hanging nearby with all her might. Realizing that Alex was able to overcome her complexes thanks to Brayden, she decided that she was extremely weak-willed, which worried her very much. Then Alex decided that now she would definitely not allow something like that to happen, since she had become even stronger both physically and mentally. However, Despite the next influx of self-confidence, Alex still could not forget the words that Brayden had told her then. Then Alex decided that Brayden really wanted help getting back into the game and becoming more confident. Alex also thought that perhaps Brayden was again trying to anger or humiliate her. But that time she understood everything wrong and took his words as a kind of support. Alex couldn't understand why Brayden decided to help her and support her that day, despite the fact that he literally had a unique opportunity to make fun of her. At one point, Alex even thought that Brayden behaved this way because he might have experienced something similar before. However, Alex remembered that Brayden was a very annoying and very confident person, and it was unlikely that the same thing that happened to her could happen to him. During the stretching, Alex decided that she had to be tougher on herself, because if she was accepted into the team, she would have to again face those who insulted and humiliated her. Then Alex decided that now she had become even stronger, and she would do everything possible to prevent such situations. However, despite everything, Alex still did not understand why Brayden decided to help her in this situation. Alex decided that if Brayden really wanted to help her, she could ask him how she could improve her confidence and self-esteem. Even though Brayden had helped Alex a lot that time, he still irritated her greatly, and she thought that she shouldn't get involved with him after all. But despite this, Alex decided that if Brayden was truly capable of showing compassion, then she could get along with him and find a common language. While Alex was doing the splits, she thought that she was thinking too much about it, and perhaps Brayden was secretly laughing at her, and that at that time, she was just lucky that Brayden was in a good mood. After practice, Alex headed home to begin training with her team for the upcoming matches. However, on the way home, Alex suddenly saw Brayden, and she decided that now was not the best time to cross paths with him. At that moment, Alex hid around the corner and thought about how she could avoid meeting Brayden, so as not to start a conversation with him about how their previous meeting at the gym went. However, Brayden still noticed Alex, and then he decided to approach her and greet her, which somewhat embarrassed Alex herself. However, instead of calmly saying hello, Brayden only joked that Alex probably left a lot of puddles of her sweat in the gym. In response, Alex told Brayden that she barely sweats while working out. Brayden then told Alex that as soon as she came here, he immediately smelled a very unpleasant odor. At this point, Alex started sniffing herself in a panic to see if she smelled like sweat, while Brayden just laughed hysterically at her. After Brayden stopped laughing, he said goodbye to Alex and headed towards his house. At first, Alex wanted to go home too, but she stopped and called Brayden to tell him something. Alex told Brayden that during their last meeting at the gym, his words helped her to come to her senses and pull herself together. Alex also told Brayden that his words greatly inspired her to move further towards her goal, and since then, she has felt more confident. After that, Alex thanked Brayden for his support, but Brayden did not know how to react to this, and he just stood there silently for several seconds. After a short silence, Brayden told Alex that he didn't know what she was talking about, and then he just went home. At that moment, Alex looked after Brayden and thought that while she was trying to be as polite as possible with Brayden, Brayden was simply ignoring her words. However, despite this, Alex decided that despite his character, Brayden could be not only an annoying idiot, but also a person who would support him in difficult times. Then Alex decided that now she would do everything possible to find out Brayden's true nature and find out what he really is like. The next day, on the way to college, Alex told Danielle that she had played well with her team in the qualifying round. Alex was also afraid that if she was finally accepted into the team, she would receive a lot of attention from the gaming community, and then she would have to participate in various interview shoots. Danielle then realized that Alex would have a harder time in the interview than in the competition, and then she joked that if something bad happened to Alex, she would happily stab her while she was sleeping. Alex jokingly thanked Danielle for taking care of her, and Danielle said that because of her college classes, she would also need someone to kill her. Danielle spent a lot of her time and energy studying, and it seemed to her that because of this, she was able to age a couple of decades. Alex fully supported Danielle's opinion, and she said that due to the heavy workload, she had some problems with chemistry, as the classes were really difficult and confusing. While Alex and Danielle were getting ready to go to math class, Danielle said she had the perfect plan for how they could avoid going to class. Then Danielle suggested that Alex go to the nearest store and buy some lottery tickets there, hoping that then they would become billionaires and they would not have to attend college. However, Alex didn't like Danielle's idea and said that it would take all her money away. But Danielle was already determined to win big and was about to go buy tickets. Before Danielle could finish speaking, at that same second a wooden bat flew towards her face. Danielle was hit with a bat by some girl with dyed hair, and it seemed that after such a strong blow, Danielle lost consciousness. The girl told Danielle that she couldn't be left alone, otherwise she would spend all her money on lottery tickets again. Alex wanted to know who the girl was, and Danielle said that the girl's name was Shaya Jones and that she was her neighbor. Danielle also reminded Alex that she promised to introduce her to them one day, but Alex does not remember Danielle wanting to introduce her to anyone. When Alex and Danielle were sitting at Alex's house, Danielle told her that if she wanted to meet someone, she could introduce her to a couple of people to raise her social skill level. After that, Alex remembered that dialogue with Daniela, and Shaya believed that Alex was the same pumped-up girl that Daniela constantly tells her about. Shaya looked at Alex's arms and thought that they weren't as toned as she expected, to which Alex said that she just hadn't tensed her arm yet. Shaya also noticed that Alex was extremely short, since her height was 157 centimeters, to which Alex said that this was a very normal height for a girl of that age. Alex then noticed that Zaya was standing on a ledge, and then she started calling her shorty, to which the stubborn Zaya told her that she was a giant compared to her. Then Danielle started patting Alex and Shaya on the heads and telling them that they were both extremely short, since Danielle was 168 centimeters tall. Alex didn't want to act too arrogant while meeting Shay, but she couldn't help but notice that she was smoking cigarettes on college campus without any shame. Then Alex told Shay that just recently, one of the students who was also on the college campus was expelled from the college, and Alex told Shay to be careful. Then Shaya took out a cigarette and said that it was a lollipop, but Alex did not believe her, since there was no longer any candy on the smoking lollipop stick. Shaya then told Alex that she had already eaten her lollipop, and Alex realized that Shaya was quite stubborn. After that, Shaya took out a small flask, which shocked Alex very much, since she could not believe that Shaya actually had the courage to bring alcohol onto the college campus. In response to this, Shaya simply drank the entire contents of the flask and said that she must maintain water balance in her body. A few seconds later, Zaya said that there was orange juice in the flask, and Alex decided that she was as idiotic as she was. Soon, Alex, Danielle, and Shaya went to class, and on the way, Alex asked Shaya what it was like living with Danielle. Shaya said that Danielle is her best roommate because she wakes her up every day, often cooks her different meals, and keeps their room clean. At that moment, Danielle decided that she really was the best, but Shaya said that Danielle had one very serious flaw. Shaya said that when Danielle looks at people, she always thinks that these people are in romantic relationships. Shaya believed that Danielle was like a robot that gives you ships if you regularly supply her with sources of vital energy. Shaya recalled a time when, while watching the weather forecast, she thought a news anchor and his assistant were dating, when in fact they were not. Then Alex understood what Shaya was talking about, and she told her an incident that happened in one of the last classes. During one of the classes, Danielle got bored and decided to amuse herself by shooting an eraser. But after one of the shots, her eraser flew too far, and then she ended up on the floor. When she wanted to pick up the eraser from the floor, she saw how two neighbors on the desk simultaneously reached for the eraser, deciding that it belonged to one of them. At that moment, Danielle decided that this guy and girl looked cute together, and she decided that she could create a new love couple, just like Cupid. While Alex and Shaya laughed at Danielle that she doesn't do that, and if she does, it's very rare. Alex then told her that she does this so often that Alex now sometimes calls her the captain of the ship, to which Danielle said that she thought it was some kind of sailing joke. In response to this, Alex told Danielle that she had never even been to the sea, and that this nickname could not be related to the sea. Shaya also said that Danielle is an excellent student, to which Alex said that she could not understand how she had managed to study so well all her life. On the way, Alex saw Braden, and she decided that if she said hello to him and acted friendly to him, then he would also show a positive side of himself. However, at that moment, a crowd of female fans began to run up to Braden, who wanted to personally talk to their idol. As the girls gathered around Braden, he told them that he just wanted to take some photos for his profile. Alex looked at all this from the outside and thought that now was not the best moment to make contact with Braden. Meanwhile, the girls began expressing their affection for Braden and offering him somewhere to have fun after college. At that same moment, Alex remembered that Braden was very popular among the girls. Danielle noticed that Alex was a little embarrassed, and she decided that Alex was jealous of Braden and his fans. Then Danielle told Shay that Alex really liked Braden, to which Alex said that Braden was impudent and an idiot. Shaya told Alex that if she wanted Braden, she would have to fight for him against his fans, and Danielle said that maybe Braden liked Alex. Suddenly, Alex, Danielle, and Shaya heard more fan screams, and Shaya decided that it was a crowd of fans of a new student, who was also a popular blogger, who was even more popular than Braden. This new student had already finished his classes, and the crowd of girls began to look forward to his appearance. Many girls could not believe that two popular bloggers would study at this college. Some girls even started arguing about who was cooler, Brayden or this new student. Soon, this new student walked out of the building and he was telling his fans that he didn't deserve those fans and that they were too nice to him. The girls were only more attracted by the modesty of this student, and they begged him to marry them. Danielle looked at this new student and said that it was none other than Lucas Oro, who was one of the most popular bloggers on the entire internet. Lucas turned to face his fans and said that they were the best and most loyal fans he could ever ask for. Lucas also blew several air kisses towards his fans, which left many girls simply speechless. After a couple of seconds, Lucas looked towards Alex, Danielle, and Shay, which he was simply amazed at. Danielle and Shia realized that it was Alex who caught Lucas's attention, and they didn't know what would happen next. At that very second, Lucas left his fans and immediately ran towards Alex. When Lucas reached Alex, he began to catch his breath while his fans surrounded him and Alex. Alex didn't understand at all what exactly was happening right now, and she just watched Lucas's shortness of breath go away. As soon as Lucas caught his breath, he stood up straight, pointed at Alex, and told her that he was looking for her everywhere, which somewhat startled Alex herself. Danielle and Shia couldn't believe their eyes, and they couldn't understand what exactly was happening right now. Lucas's fans began to look at Alex with contempt, trying to understand why exactly she attracted Lucas's attention. Alex also didn't understand what exactly Lucas needed from him, and she decided to find out about it by asking him directly. Lucas told Alex that it happened a week ago when someone asked Alex to move some boxes into one of the living rooms. There were a lot of boxes, and they all seemed very heavy, and then Alex was asked to call for help several strong guys who could drag all these boxes. Then Alex took a break from her game and said that she could move all these boxes by herself. Despite the fact that the boxes weighed approximately 50 kilograms, Alex was able to carry all these heavy boxes alone without any special effort, which greatly surprised Lucas. Lucas told Alex that he was very impressed with how easily Alex was able to lift those boxes, while even the beefy guys would hardly be able to lift those boxes alone. The day after that incident, Danielle simply fell to the ground due to severe depression, as she simply did not want to go to class. Danielle thought that because of all these activities, she had completely stopped being so active and cheerful, and the only thing that calmed her down was the fact that sooner or later, it would all end. Alex was afraid that Danielle might make them both late for class, and Alex felt that something urgently needed to be done about this. Then Alex decided that if Danielle was not going to get up and walk on her own, then she would have to carry her in her arms. That day, Alex was able to perform a near-perfect overhead press deadlift with Danielle as a load, which also surprised Lucas. Also this morning, while Alex and Danielle were getting ready to go to class, Danielle noticed the free cake tasting, and then she tugged at Alex's t-shirt sleeve. When Danielle tugged at Alex's t-shirt sleeve, Lucas was simply amazed at how muscular Alex's arms were. Then, Lucas thought that Alex was just trying to hide her muscles under all those sweatshirts that she constantly wears. Lucas then told Alex that despite all her attempts to hide her muscles, he was still able to see her true strength. Even though Lucas was still Alex, she still didn't understand what exactly he wanted from her. Then Danielle told Lucas that Alex was indeed quite strong and pumped up, since she constantly works out in the gym. Danielle then lifted Alex's shirt to show Lucas how well her abs were visible. Lucas was amazed at how pumped up Alex was, and he decided that he definitely had to tell her what he thought of her. Lucas decided that he should never miss his chance, and then he asked Alex to go on a date with him, which greatly surprised Alex herself. Lucas also told Alex that if she didn't want to go on a date with him, then he could become her personal servant, with whom she could do whatever she wanted. All of Lucas's fans, who were watching everything that was happening, were shocked that Lucas wanted to date not them, but a girl who didn't even really know him. At that moment, Alex looked at Lucas and thought that he was just crazy for offering her such things so easily. Danielle and Shia also did not fully understand what exactly was happening now, and they decided to look at how further events would unfold. After this, Lucas told Alex that he, as her new servant, would like to make one request to her. Lucas told Alex that he would really like her to wrap her thighs around his head and squeeze them as hard as possible. Danielle didn't expect Lucas to ask Alex to do something so dirty, so she promptly kicked him in the face. Soon, Shia also started kicking Lucas, and they told Lucas that you shouldn't ask a girl to do something like that. Then, beaten half to death, Lucas apologized to Alex and told her that he was just a little nervous, since at that moment Alex became a little scary for him. Alex didn't expect to hear such a hurtful opinion from Lucas, since she didn't even have time to do anything. Lucas then decided to tell Alex in detail how he wanted Alex to squeeze his head with her thighs so hard that his face turned purple. Lucas also said that he would like Alex to squeeze his head between his ribs so hard that his eyes and brains would fly out of his head, and then he would become the happiest man in the world. At this point, Alex, Danielle, and Shea began to look at Lucas with disgust, thinking that he was just a sick pervert. Then Danielle and Shea started beating Lucas even harder, telling him that he just talked about his desire in more detail. While beating Lucas, Danielle told him that Alex wouldn't date a guy like him just because he liked her body. Alex then said that there was nothing wrong with someone liking her body, and Danielle decided that Alex liked these kinds of situations. Danielle told Lucas that since Alex liked muscles, she definitely wouldn't date a weakling like him, and Alex completely confirmed her friend's words. Lucas wanted to argue with Danielle, but she said that he was unlikely to be able to beat Alex even in arm wrestling, and she told him that before dating Alex, he should first work out at the gym. However, Lucas told Alex that he was ready to show her how strong he really was, and said that he was quite capable of defeating Alex in arm wrestling. Alex told Lucas that he was just an upstart like Braden, and told him that she could easily defeat him. When Alex mentioned Braden, Lucas assumed he was the guy with the cool hair who was also a very popular blogger. Lucas then bet Alex that he could beat her, and if he won, then Alex would have to go on a date with him. Danielle knew how passionate Alex was, and he told her that she shouldn't argue with Lucas. However, excitement got the better of Alex, and then she agreed to Lucas's terms and was ready to fight against him. Meanwhile, some fans began to think that Lucas was actually quite strange, and that they now liked Braden better. Alex prepared for a battle against Lucas, but Danielle told her friend that you shouldn't do this, because if you win, she won't get anything. Alex thought about it and told Lucas that she would not fight him under such unfavorable conditions. Lucas completely agreed with Alex, and he told her that if he 7A could beat him, he would pay for her and her friend's lunch at any place they chose. Danielle and Shea were quite happy with these conditions, and they begged Alex to agree to such conditions. Alex thought that Lucas was just as much of a dude as Braden, and she agreed to the terms that Lucas proposed. Lucas didn't want anyone else watching their battle, and he suggested that Alex find a less crowded place for the battle, which greatly upset his fans. While Alex and her friends were following Lucas, Danielle and Shea began to support her and told her that she could easily defeat him. Alex also suggested that her friends choose the most expensive restaurant in the city to show Lucas the real power of girlish gluttony. Danielle believed that if Alex could defeat Lucas, he would be able to eat properly for the first time in a long time, and Alex promised her that he would not let her and Shea down. Soon, Lucas reached a small plastic table, and he invited Alex to hold their battle here. Then Alex rolled up the sleeves of her t-shirt and got ready to defeat Lucas. While Alex was approaching the table, Lucas took off his sweater, under which Alex saw Lucas's very toned body. Then Alex stood up and told her friends that she was not at all ready for such an unexpected turn. Soon Lucas called Alex to the table to begin their battle, but at that moment Alex was mentally broken and did not understand how she could defeat Lucas. At the same moment, Danielle and Shea looked at Lucas and thought that Alex was unlikely to be able to defeat him, and that they would not be able to eat in the most expensive restaurant at Lucas's expense. Lucas also told Alex that he only looked like a weakling, to which a surprised Alex said that it didn't work like that at all. Kogod Alex wanted to clarify with Danielle what would happen if she lost to Lucas, but Danielle was so broken that she simply could not speak. After a couple of seconds, Danielle slapped Alex several times on the cheeks and told her that she should never think about losing. Despite all of Danielle's support, Alex still believed that she would definitely not beat Lucas, and she began to think about how she could defeat him. At the same moment, Alex was thinking about the fact that she would actually have to go on a date with Lucas, and she began to greatly regret that she had accepted Lucas's challenge. Alex also remembered that she is a gamer, and that gamers simply physically cannot go on dates. Danielle thought that this was all nonsense, to which Alex told her that this is the reason why most gamers are lonely and introverted people. However, Danielle reminded Alex that it was too late for her to retreat, and that now she must fight against Lucas anyway. Danielle also told Alex that if she is not confident in her powers, then she can resort to the powers that she learned from watching anime, but Alex did not understand what exactly she was talking about. Then Danielle said that she was talking about the power of friendship, but Alex believed that this was unlikely to help her in any way win. As a result, Alex came to the conclusion that there was no turning back and that she would still have to fight Lucas. After a couple of seconds, Alex sat down at the table, extended her right arm, tensed it, and told Lucas that she would not give in to him. As soon as Lucas grabbed Alex's hand, Alex was amazed at how wide and strong his palm was. Alex was also surprised that the bicep on Lucas's arm alone was larger than her entire arm. Before starting, Lucas told Alex that she could start any time she was ready. Alex then told Lucas that she would start after she took her phone out of her pocket, after which she leaned over slightly. While Alex pretended to reach for her phone, She immediately tensed her arm even more and began to try to overpower Lucas without announcing the start of the round. Lucas was not prepared for such a trick on Alex's part, and he tried to concentrate all his strength so as not to touch the table with his hand. With every second, Lucas's hand was getting closer to the table, and Alex had to make very little effort to defeat him. However, Lucas turned out to be stronger than it seemed at first glance, and Alex could not defeat him. Meanwhile, Danielle tried to support Alex in every possible way, telling her that she would definitely win. However, despite all of Danielle's support, Alex began to gradually lose her strength, and Lucas began to slowly and confidently raise his hand up. After a few seconds, Alex had exhausted all of her strength, and Lucas eventually managed to overpower Alex. While Lucas was happy about his victory, Alex and her friends were very upset that Alex could not win. At this moment, Lucas was thinking that if he had not put in a little more effort, Alex could well have defeated him. Despite their defeat, Danielle and Shea began to try to console Alex, telling her that she did a good job in this battle. A couple of seconds later, Lucas put on his sweater and threw Alex a piece of paper with a phone number written on it, expecting her to call him and go on a date with him. Before he left, Lucas told Alex that she didn't have to do anything she didn't want to do, and that he was just pleased to meet such a sports fan. Then Alex asked Lucas what he saw in her that immediately attracted his attention. Lucas then told Alex that he liked the fact that he had found someone who also liked to take care of himself and become stronger and more beautiful. Lucas also said that she even started a page where he posts videos of himself working out at the gym, and now he wants to encourage people to take up exercise. Alex thought that this was actually a very good idea, and she told Lucas that she would definitely watch some of his videos. Lucas also said that another reason he wanted to date Alex was his desire to find a new gym buddy. Hearing this, Alex thought that in her entire life she had never heard anything dumber and more delusional. Lucas was really upset that Alex didn't like his idea, and he told her that it was actually a really cool idea. Lucas also said that in the life of every athlete, sooner or later the moment comes when he wants to find his gym buddy. Lucas said you can work out with a gym buddy, cook protein-packed meals, belay during exercise, and take cool photos together. Lucas also said that it would be more fun to go to the gym with a gym buddy and work out there together. Alex thought for a bit and told Lucas that maybe it really was nice to have a gym buddy. Lucas was glad that Alex still liked his idea, and he decided that he and Alex could soon become gym buddies. Afterwards, Lucas told Alex that she could call him anytime, after which he said goodbye to her and headed home. While Lucas walked home, Alex watched how happy Lucas was skipping home. At this moment, Alex thought that every time she meets guys, they run away from her every time. After that, Alex and his friends went to class, and after class, Alex and Danielle headed home. On the way home, Alex told Danielle that this was the first time in the last 7 years of her life that she had met 2 new people at once. Danielle thought that Alex was the sweetest introvert in the world, while Alex herself thought that she could use a little gaming on her console. However, despite her fatigue, Alex decided that Shea and Lucas seemed very interesting people to her. Then Danielle said that she and Shea would probably find a common language, and they could talk to each other about comics and mangas, but Alex was angry that Danielle was deliberately pronouncing the word manga incorrectly. However, this did not bother Danielle much, since she wanted to find out from Alex as soon as possible when she would go on a date with Lucas. Alex said she thought Lucas was a very nice guy who also likes to go to the gym. Alex also suddenly became interested in what kind of exercises Lucas liked to do. However, despite this, it seemed to Danielle that Lucas was a very mysterious person, unlike Braden. Then Danielle told Alex that for her own safety, she would try to find out as much information as possible about Lucas on the internet, for which Alex was very grateful to her. Danielle said she was doing this as an apology to Alex for showing Lucas her abs. When Alex asked Danielle why she did it, Danielle told her that she just wanted to find the right guy who would want to sleep with her. Then Alex looked at Danielle disapprovingly for several seconds, after which Alex thanked her for her concern with a dose of sarcasm. After a second, Alex became a little upset, remembering that she would have to go on a date with Lucas, because she didn't know how to date at all, and that it would be easier for her to go through everything in the game world. Alex also said that when she gets nervous, she starts saying something incomprehensible, to which Danielle told her that communicating with guys on a date is even easier than getting that date itself. While Alex and Danielle were talking about their upcoming date with Lucas, Alex's phone rang. Alex took out her phone and saw that it was Chris, whom she had not spoken to since their last qualifying match, calling her. Suddenly, Alex began to get very worried, but she still answered Chris and started a conversation with him. When Alex finished talking to Chris, she told Danielle that she had been accepted onto the team, which she and Danielle were very happy about. Danielle congratulated Alex on this joyful event and decided that since Alex was now on a professional team, she would now become very rich. However, Alex said that she won't be very rich anytime soon, but at least she will be able to keep her scholarship for at least one more semester. However, Chris said that soon they will have their first interview, where she will have to speak in front of those with whom she once disgraced herself. However, this did not bother Alex much now, since she and Danielle decided to celebrate this wonderful event over the weekend. After that, Alex told Danielle that she now had one very big request of her. Alex also clarified that this request is directly related to her recent changes in life, and the fact that she will now appear in public more often as a professional league player. Alex told Danielle that she wanted her to help her with her style by choosing clothes for her new look. Alex also said that it might not be the best idea, but she would still like to live up to the image of a professional gamer. Danielle told Alex that she would be most happy to help her with her look, and she said that she was proud of her, since she thought that Alex would never ask her for something like that. Then Danielle decided that while they were celebrating Alex's acceptance into the new esports team, they would also go pick out a new look for her. After this conversation, Alex headed home, and after a few seconds, she had almost reached the door to her apartment. However, just as Alex was about to enter her apartment, Brayden ran up to her from the elevator. Brayden's sudden appearance surprised Alex somewhat, but she was even more surprised by the extremely sad and serious expression on Brayden's face. Brayden put his hand on Alex's shoulder and told her that he saw her with Lucas today. Brayden told Alex that before anything serious happened between her and Lucas, he wanted to confess something to her. These words scared Alex a little, and she didn't understand what exactly Brayden wanted to tell her. Before he confessed, Brayden said that what he would say to Alex would be very shameful. Alex felt a little scared, but she was still ready to hear what Brayden was going to tell her. A couple of seconds later, Brayden knelt in front of Alex and shouted that he had never been pumped up in his life. After hearing this, Brayden assumed that Alex was very surprised by the news, but Alex said that it was actually quite obvious. Brayden said that he used to really believe that by this point, he would be as muscular as Dwayne Johnson, but Brayden saw absolutely no progress. Then Alex told Brayden that most of his time in the gym, all he does is record videos, and that such big muscles cannot be achieved in 3 months of training. At that moment, Brayden decided that he needed to work out for another month, to which Alex told him that in order to see any results, he would need a whole year of hard training in the gym. Alex told Brayden that working out long and hard at the gym helps people gain strength, lose weight, and overcome their inner demons. However, Brayden did not listen to Alex attentively, and he only asked her what other internal demons she was talking about. Brayden also told Alex that he came to her to apologize to her for their first meeting, and he told her that she was much more muscular compared to him. Alex did not expect Brayden to apologize to her for his behavior, and then she began to carefully listen to everything he told her. Brayden also said that he really enjoys working out at the gym, but he doesn't really understand what exactly he's doing there, since he has absolutely no results after training. However, Brayden did not despair, and he wanted to continue to improve, but he realized that he could not do it on his own. Brayden also wanted to ask Alex for something, but he also felt that it would be extremely selfish of him to ask her for anything after everything that had happened between them. Brayden asked Alex to become his personal trainer because he urgently needed to build muscle and get in shape. Then Alex told Brayden that since he was asking her so politely, she could give him some tips on how to build muscle. In her heart, Alex was incredibly happy that her lifelong dream of training someone was finally becoming a reality, despite the fact that she would have to train an upstart like Brayden. As a result, Alex agreed to train Brayden, for which Brayden himself was very grateful to her and told her that he would definitely not let her down. However, Alex told Brayden that she only had 3 conditions under which she would train Brayden. Alex's first condition was that Brayden take training as seriously as possible. That is, Brayden should not take videos or photos during training, and that he should eat right. Then Brayden asked Alex if he could take photos at least after training, to which Alex gave him consent. Alex's second condition was that Brayden would not do any strength exercises during his training, and that she would decide which exercises Brayden would perform and with what load. Alex's last condition was the most important, and she demanded that Brayden tidy up his hair before training, since she was very annoyed when his hair was down. Brayden thought that his hairstyle made him more attractive, but Alex thought that with this hairstyle, Brayden looked like a complete idiot. Alex told Brayden that during the last training session, Brayden's hair was very loose, which made Brayden look like a scarecrow. Brayden said that this hairstyle is what made him popular on the internet, and that he needs to somehow attract the attention of girls, despite the fact that only he and Alex go to the gym. Alex also said that she herself would not be pleased if such long and untied hair interfered with her exercises. Then Alex decided to remind Brayden what kind of hair Lucas had, and that even with short hair you can look very attractive. As soon as Alex mentioned Lucas, Braden immediately became much more serious and told Alex that he was not at all interested in what kind of hair Lucas had. The fact is that Braden was very annoyed with Lucas, since he managed to gain the same number of fans on the internet, which took Braden almost twice as long to recruit. It would seem that Braden was literally obsessed with the fact that Lucas had also become very muscular, and Braden wanted to do everything possible to surpass him. It was at this moment that Alex realized that Braden actually wanted to become very pumped up only in order to become more popular and attractive than Lucas. Even though Braden didn't like Lucas very much, he still accepted the fact that Lucas was much more attractive than him. But even with that understanding, Braden still wanted to surpass him. Braden eventually told Alex that he agreed to her terms and that he would use the headband. Alex was very surprised that Braden actually agreed to her terms, and she decided that Lucas was really annoying him. Afterwards, Alex and Braden shook hands, and Braden told Alex that he was willing to train with Alex whenever it was convenient for her. After this, Braden asked Alex if he could use various supplements to speed up muscle growth, but Alex was categorically against steroids and other chemical supplements. This upset Braden a little, and then he went home with a sad face, to which Alex told him that if he made every effort, he could build muscles on his own. Before Braden went home, Alex also wanted to ask him something very important. However, before asking Braden her question, she told him that he was the darkest person she had ever seen in her life. Alex also told Braden that even despite this, he still remains extremely confident in himself and his actions. Alex also recounted a time when she decided to order lunch at a fast food restaurant, but when she was offered ketchup with her order, she hurriedly said goodbye to the cashier and immediately left. Alex was so ashamed at that moment that she still remembers that incident at least once a week, and there have been many such incidents in her life. Then, Alex asked Braden if it was possible to become as confident as him, even after some ridiculous situation that should suppress all self-confidence had already happened. At this point, Braden grinned and told Alex that you should just not care about the opinions of those who don't like you, and pretend that the situation never happened at all. Alex couldn't believe that it could be so simple, and she decided that Braden was just trying to joke with her. Alex then turned to her apartment door and told Braden that she expected him to give him a more serious answer because she really needed to gain confidence in herself. Alex told Braden that very soon she would be required to do interviews and appear in various videos, as well as conduct various live broadcasts on the internet and participate in public meetings. Suddenly, Alex began to cry and told Braden that her haters would probably be watching all this, and she was very afraid to run away again and disgrace herself the same way she once disgraced the entire gaming community. Alex told Braden that he posts various videos on the internet and does other things related to it, and Alex wanted to hear from him some real-life tips to become more confident in himself. Braden then told Alex that in this case, she should not show people false confidence in herself, as this could make her feel even worse. Braden told Alex that she would feel more confident if she was as authentic as possible, even if haters didn't want to see her for who she really was. Braden also told Alex that there is another way to become self-confident, and for this, it is enough to simply pretend to be someone else. Braden believed that if the fake Alex made a mistake, then it would matter much less if the real Alex had nothing to do with it. Afterwards, Braden said goodbye to Alex and told her that he would wait until she was ready to train him at the gym, after which Alex and Braden went home. The next day, Alex got ready to spend the entire day with Danielle and Shay, and on the way, she wondered what Braden meant when he said that you should just pretend to be someone. Alex suggested that she should pretend to be someone who was always confident, and she decided that this might actually help her. However, at this point, Alex decided that Braden just wanted her to become the female version of him, and she felt that she shouldn't do that just yet. Soon, Alex reached the very place where she agreed to meet with Danielle, while Danielle came along with Shaya. Alex told Shay that she was glad to see her again since she didn't know Shay was coming too, to which Shay said that she actually planned to read comics all day. Danielle then told Shay that today was a special day that she just couldn't spend just lying on the couch and just reading comics. Daniela said that today they would together choose a new look for such a slobby girl like Alex, who was a little offended to hear this from her friend. Danielle couldn't wait to pick out Alex's new casual clothes as soon as possible, as well as clothes for interviews and promotional videos. Danielle especially wanted to pick out some sexy outfits for her date with Lucas, but not only was Alex still undecided about the date, she also didn't have much money. Then Danielle decided that for the first time, it would be enough for them to choose only a couple of outfits for Alex for any occasion and a couple of outfits for dates. At that same moment, Danielle began to imagine how cute Alex and Lucas would look drinking protein shakes together. Danielle really wanted to choose clothes for Alex that would highlight her most attractive parts to a man, and Alex thought that Danielle just liked pretending to be a ship captain. Soon, Alex, Danielle, and Shea found a suitable clothing store where they would choose clothes for Alex. Danielle told Alex that while she was choosing her clothes, she would yell at her for her bad taste in clothes, after which she would pick out suitable clothes for her. Alex spent a long time studying the clothes in the store, trying to choose good combinations for herself. However, over time, Alex realized that she had no taste in clothes at all, and that she was unlikely to be able to choose the most suitable outfit on her own. Soon, Danielle and Shea told her that they would not leave her alone, and that they would definitely help her with choosing clothes. Soon, Danielle and Shea began carefully selecting clothes for Alex to match her with the best possible outfit combination. While Danielle and Shea were choosing clothes for Alex, Alex herself believed that this could all end badly for her. Shea then told Alex that she didn't really have any particular taste in clothes either, and said that she dresses like an anime character. Shea also told Alex that she actually only went with them because Danielle promised her that after shopping, they would go to a cafe. Afterwards, Shea showed Alex a t-shirt that was very similar to the same t-shirt Braden wears at the gym, and she felt that Shea really shouldn't be trusted with her choice of clothing. Then, Alex and Shea decided that in this case, Danielle could pick out clothes for Alex alone. Shea also said that Danielle is so attractive that she has had an incredible number of guys throughout her life. Danielle said that this was not true, and then Alex had to remind her of the incident that happened to her yesterday. While Alex and Danielle were walking to college classes, discussing a new recipe along the way, a stranger asked Danielle to come up to him. When Danielle approached the guy, he told her that she was very beautiful and asked her to give him her phone number, and Danielle told him that she would give him her number. However, before that, Danielle took out her list of guys who also want to date her, and she asked this guy to sign on this list and wait for his turn. After Alex told this story, Shea realized what kind of list was hanging on their refrigerator, and before looking at this list, Shea thought that Danielle was a serial killer. As a result, Alex and Shea decided to entrust the choice of clothes to Danielle while they sat outside the fitting room and waited for her. At this point, Alex decided that she didn't know Shea at all, and she decided that it would be nice to talk to her a little and learn something new about her. However, even though Alex knew that Shea liked comics, she didn't know how she should start a conversation with her. Soon, Shea was the first to talk to Alex, for which Alex felt both a little ashamed that she did not have to start the dialogue on her own. Then Shea told Alex that she prefers various comics that may seem strange to the reader, and that she really likes horror films. When Shea told Alex that she really liked the work of Junji Ito, Alex remembered several of his works, after reading which Alex had nightmares for a long time. Shea also told Alex that her favorite work of Junji Ito was The Cat Diary, and Alex said that she also liked this story, and Shea thought that Alex also liked mysticism. However, Alex told Shea that she prefers stories where the main character becomes very powerful, such as the Dragon Orb and the Demon Cleaving Blade. When Shea asked Alex if she liked Yuri, Alex said that she liked the genre a little, and that while reading she imagined herself in some similar plot. While Alex continued to discuss adult comics, Danielle quietly came to them, who became interested in eavesdropping on Alex and Shea's conversations. However, after a few seconds, Alex finally turned her attention to Danielle and told her not to do that again. Suddenly, Danielle handed Alex the clothes she found, handed them to Alex, and told her to try on these outfits as soon as possible. Alex thought the outfit was a bit revealing, as she thought Danielle had gone to pick out her clothes, but Danielle told Alex that these were college clothes. After Danielle handed over the clothes to Alex, she immediately took her to the fitting room so she could see Alex in her new clothes as soon as possible. Walking into the fitting room, Alex saw a pair of jeans among all the clothes, and she decided that they would look good on her. Later, Alex noticed that in recent years, she had not worn anything on her legs other than sweatpants and sweatpants. However, when Alex tried to put on her new jeans, she noticed that they were too small for her. Soon, Alex decided to try on other jeans that Danielle had chosen for her, but these jeans were too small for Alex because of her muscular thighs. Danielle and Shea looked at Alex and couldn't believe that Alex actually had such muscular legs. A few minutes later, Danielle found a pair of jeans a couple sizes larger for Alex, hoping she could try them on. However, these jeans were too big for Alex, as these jeans had too wide a waist, causing them to simply fall off her. At this point, Danielle and Shea realized that muscular girls might also have problems choosing clothes. Then Danielle invited Alex to try on tight jeans, which should be ideal for girls with large and toned hips like Alex's. Alex tried on the new jeans, and not only did they fit her well, but they were also very comfortable. As soon as Danielle and Shea saw Alex in new jeans, they immediately began to continuously look at her hips. Danielle and Shay enjoyed looking at Alex's thighs so much that at one point they started poking and prodding Alex's thighs. Also, Danielle and Shaya believed that such hips were nothing more than a real work of art, and they thought that such hips should be in a museum as the standard of ideal hips. As a result, Alex began to get very angry that Danielle and Shaya were staring at her thighs so much, and then she offered to take all the chosen clothes with her and get out of this store. The next day, Alex came to college wearing new clothes, which made Danielle very happy. Despite Danielle's delight, Alex was somewhat embarrassed to wear such clothes to college, to which Danielle told her that she looked absolutely gorgeous. Alex told Danielle that she felt extremely unusual in such clothes, to which Danielle told her that all girls come to college in similar clothes, and that she should not worry about it at all. However, Alex, as a professional gamer, still felt unusual wearing such clothes, and Danielle told her that she could take it as a kind of training. Danielle also told Alex that in such clothes, she could show everyone the results of her hard training in the gym without any problems. Soon classes began, and Danielle had to force Alex into the walls of the college, but Alex did not want to appear in this form in front of people. As a result, Danielle managed to drive Alex into one of the classrooms, where a lecture was already being held. At this moment, Alex became very ashamed to be in front of everyone like this, and she did not know what to do in this situation. Alex decided that she had nowhere to retreat, and she thought that if she behaved as usual, then no one would notice her new image. The teacher told Alex to take her seat and get ready for the lecture, and Alex thought everything was going fine. However, in the meantime, all the students immediately began to look only at Alex and her new image. The guys couldn't stop looking at Alex and admiring her muscular and well-toned body. The girls also looked at Alex, wondering how she managed to build such big muscles. Soon Alex sat down in her seat, next to which there was already one girl sitting who also did not stop looking at Alex. After a couple of seconds, this girl looked closer and realized that Alex was the same girl who used to exclusively wear a yellow sweatshirt and constantly play video games in class. Taking a closer look at Alex's hair, this girl was convinced that Alex was indeed that same gamer. Alex's desk neighbor couldn't stop looking at Alex's toned legs and her six-pack abs on her stomach. However, Alex did not notice at all that all the students were looking only at her as she was busy playing a video game. This girl soon took Alex's attention away from the video game to try to get to know her, which made Alex a little confused. At this point, the girl began praising Alex for her toned body and telling her that she was very beautiful, after which she asked Alex to share her workout plan with her. After that, the girl suggested that Alex meet Alex after class and go to the gym together, to which Alex said that it would really be nice to go to the gym after lectures. Soon, the other girls also began inviting Alex to go to the gym with her to find out how she could build an equally attractive body. While her classmates asked Alex questions about her workouts and nutrition plan, Alex could not understand what was happening around her right now. After the lectures, Danielle told Alex that she was confident that she would be fine and that no one would even pay attention to her. Alex then told Danielle about how the whole group did nothing but stare at her and how all the students in her group pestered her about her muscles. Danielle told Alex that it would be difficult not to attract attention with her toned body, and she decided that Alex got away with only a slight scare today. However, Alex said that she was really scared when she walked into the classroom, and everyone immediately started looking at her and asking her a bunch of questions. While Alex was talking to Danielle, a couple of her classmates passed by Alex, who were pestering Alex today. The girls greeted Alex again and told her that they were looking forward to trying out her workout plan that Alex had given them. Alex wished the girls good luck for their training, after which the girls said goodbye to Alex and moved on. At this moment, Danielle watched Alex talk to people, which made her feel proud of Alex. After that, Danielle told Alex that she couldn't believe that Alex could talk so easily to her friends, whom Alex only got to talk to today. Soon, Braden arrived at Alex and Danielle's house and wanted to talk to Alex about their work together. However, before Braden could say a few words, he immediately asked Alex why she looked like that. However, Alex told Braden that she didn't know what he was talking about and told him that she always looked like that. However, Braden told Alex that he knew what she looked like and that he noticed that Alex had changed her look. Then Alex told Braden that it was okay that she decided to change her usual look a little and try something new. Braden told Alex that she looked good and that he wouldn't have to feel ashamed when he bumped into her at lectures from time to time. Braden also told Alex that he was glad that Alex had finally stopped wearing her yellow sweatshirt, to which Alex told Braden that she just decided to try on some new clothes. While Alex and Braden were talking, Danielle looked at them from the side and remembered how negatively Alex spoke about Braden, while now they communicate like real buddies. Then Danielle decided that she was doing a good job as a pimp, and that she should do something that would bring Alex and Brayden even closer together. Then Danielle interrupted the conversation between Alex and Brayden, and she suggested that Brayden go somewhere and have lunch together. Alex didn't understand what Danielle was trying to achieve, but she knew that she was up to something evil. Brayden then told Danielle that he wanted to go somewhere to discuss their work together with Alex. After these words, Danielle suggested that Brayden have lunch together at a nearby buffet, while Alex had a very bad feeling. On the way to the buffet, Alex realized that this time Brayden also did not mock her, and that he even complimented her, and it seemed to her that Brayden was really acting differently. Soon, Danielle brought Brayden and Alex to the buffet, where she suggested they have lunch together. The moment Alex and Brayden sat down at the table, Danielle said that she suddenly had urgent matters to attend to and that she had to go urgently. After only a couple of seconds, Danielle, like a ninja, left Alex and Brayden alone. At this moment, Alex was trying to figure out what happened now that Danielle left them at one point. After a couple of moments, Alex realized that Danielle had specifically invited Brayden to have lunch together in order to leave them alone at one point. At that moment, Brayden looked at Alex and asked her where Danielle might have disappeared to. Alex told Brayden that she didn't even know where Danielle went, since she didn't tell either of them. Then Brayden told Alex that it would be even better that they could have lunch just the two of them, which made Alex a little wary. After a second, Brayden suggested that Alex try something high in protein. Brayden then asked Alex where she usually goes to eat and gain strength, or what kind of food she prepares for herself. Alex told Brayden that lately she doesn't have time to cook her own food, so lately she's been frequenting a restaurant nearby. A few minutes later, Alex took Brayden to a Mexican restaurant, and Brayden thought it would be a good idea to eat here since Alex herself recommended this restaurant. A couple of minutes later, Alex and Brayden left the restaurant with 2 burritos, and Alex said that even though these burritos are getting smaller every year, they are still just as delicious. While eating, Brayden said there was virtually no meat in his burrito. Alex also noticed that her burrito had very few beans, even though she asked the cook to add more beans. This really angered Brayden, as he believed that if they didn't get enough nutrients, they wouldn't be able to build muscle. Alex praised Brayden for thinking seriously about his diet, as she believed that proper nutrition is just as important for an athlete as working out in the gym. Alex also told Brayden that she can teach him a lot, but if he doesn't take care of himself and his nutrition, he won't be able to get pumped up in any way. Brayden told Alex that during his last training session, he realized that if he didn't put in the effort, he was unlikely to achieve any meaningful results. Brayden also believed that if a person wants to achieve something, but does not make any effort, then he will never be able to achieve what he wants. Brayden thought that his words sounded like complete nonsense, but Alex told him that he was saying everything correctly. Alex also told Brayden that while working out at the gym, she also has different interesting thoughts that come into her head that are worth thinking about. After Brayden ate the burrito, he took out a protein bar, but Alex told him to stop eating them right now, as too much protein can make a person's diarrhea worse. Soon the weekend began, and Alex simply lay on the floor for a long time from lack of strength. Alex believed that if she thought about studying even a little longer, her brain would simply melt from overwork. Alex was so tired that she didn't even have the energy to go to the gym, and she decided that she could skip the workout once, since she would still be going with Brayden the next day. Then Alex decided to take a little walk, thinking that it was her last weekend in which she could take time for herself. While walking, Alex took her phone out of her pocket and decided that since she had nothing better to do anyway, she might as well write to Lucas. However, Alex thought a little and decided that she should not contact Lucas again yet, and that she should still think about his proposal. Later, Alex looked out the windows of the gym where she usually works out and decided that she should just see if anyone was in the gym right now. While Alex was thinking about this, she decided that if she had already entered the gym, then she could work out a little. However, as soon as Alex entered the gym, she saw Brayden there who was trying to lift the barbell. Brayden soon dropped the barbell and began to celebrate the fact that he managed to break his deadlift record. Alex watched Brayden's violent reaction, and she found something very endearing about Brayden's reaction. Alex was glad that despite the fact that Brayden had practically no results in his training, he still did not despair and continued to strive for his goal. While Brayden was taking a break from his next approach, he received a new message on his phone from an unknown user. The one who wrote to Brayden offered to record a joint video with him and Alex, but Brayden didn't even know who exactly was writing to him. When Brayden asked the person if they knew each other, the user wrote to him that he knew Alex and that the user was her sister. The next day, Alex was getting ready to go to the gym with Brayden, and she decided that as a coach, she should dress up in something special. Alex felt that she should wear something that would best highlight her muscles. However, at one point, Alex decided that since Brayden treated her as sincerely as possible, then she should begin to treat him better. Suddenly, Alex thought again, and decided that she still had to show as best as possible how much her body was pumped up in order to once again show off her muscles in front of Brayden. 20 minutes later, Alex changed into her new workout clothes and began to wait for Brayden. Suddenly, Alex saw Brayden come to the gym, and looking at him, her eyes immediately began to bleed from what she saw. Alex saw Brayden in front of her, who, because of his costume, looked more like a half-naked clown. Alex looked at Brayden and couldn't believe that Brayden actually decided to work out in those scary gym clothes. When Brayden approached Alex to start training, Alex looked at him with anger in her eyes and told him that she was going to kill him. Alex then grabbed Brayden's hand and told him to change into his normal gym clothes as soon as possible. Suddenly, Brayden began running away from Alex, telling her that he was not going to change his clothes, while Alex began to threaten him with violence if he did not change his clothes. At one point, Alex gave Brayden a strong kick in the ass, from which Brayden even left the ground, and he still said that he would change his clothes. Soon, Brayden changed his clothes and told Alex that it was time for them to start their training. When Brayden left the locker room, Alex told him that he looked like Sokka from Avatar, but Brayden didn't understand Avatar, and he decided that Sokka was a very cool guy. Soon, Alex told Brayden that they should start with bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. Then Brayden was a little upset that now he would not do exercises to pump his biceps, to which Alex told him that they could not pump only biceps. Alex also told Brayden that evenly pumped muscles would look much more harmonious, and that during the main exercises, the biceps would also gradually pump up. After a couple of seconds, Brayden began to try to do push-ups, but from the very beginning he began to do them incorrectly. During push-ups, Brayden lowered his torso too far toward the floor and raised his chest too high, causing him to be unable to perform a single push-up correctly. While Alex explained to Brayden that he was doing everything wrong, Brayden simply looked up at Alex and was amazed at her muscles. Alex explained to Brayden that during push-ups, you need to keep your back straight, which allows Brayden to use as many muscles as possible. Alex also told Brayden that during push-ups, a person's arm, chest, and abdominal muscles are well pumped. Brayden figured that if he wanted to improve his muscles, he really needed to focus on how he performed the exercises. Brayden soon began doing push-ups correctly, and Alex told him that the exercise wasn't about how many times he was able to do them, but how well he performed them. After a couple of minutes, Brayden completed 24 push-ups, after which he fell to the ground exhausted and asked Alex how many push-ups he had done. Alex told Brayden that, as a beginner, he had done quite a lot of push-ups for his first serious class. A minute of rest passed, and Alex told Brayden to get into plank position for the next set, and Brayden was amazed that he was given so little time to rest. Before performing his next set, Brayden wanted to drink some water first. Alex looked at Brayden from the side and thought that despite the fact that he considers himself a weakling, he is slowly and surely beginning to see the first visible results. Brayden soon began doing push-ups again, and Alex was counting the number of push-ups Brayden completed. This time, Brayden only managed to do 6 push-ups with hard work, which surprised him a little, since last time he was able to do 24 push-ups. Brayden was a little upset that he did a few times fewer push-ups this time than during the previous set, to which Alex told him that over time, he would be able to do more push-ups. Brayden was interested to know from Alex how many push-ups she could do, to which Alex said that she had not done push-ups for a long time. However, Brayden was still interested in finding out from Alex how many push-ups she could do, to which Alex told him that he shouldn't compare his results to other people's. Brayden completely agreed with Alex, after which he repeated his question anyway. Alex did tell Brayden that she could easily do 50 push-ups, but she almost never does push-ups because push-ups became too easy for her over time. After a short conversation, Alex told Brayden to continue doing push-ups. While doing push-ups, Brayden noticed that Alex was a very harsh trainer, and he asked her who taught her how to do the gym properly. After this question, Alex immediately looked at Brayden and asked him why he was asking her such questions. Brayden then apologized to Alex and decided that he had asked her something strange and inappropriate. Alex told Brayden everything was fine, but Brayden knew something was wrong. Alex also told Brayden that this was an extremely unpleasant topic for her, and that she did not want to talk about it. Alex then told Brayden to stop trying to change the subject, and that she wanted him to do at least 6 more push-ups. Brayden felt that he was unlikely to be able to handle 6 more push-ups, and then he asked Alex to lower his standards, thinking that he weighed at least 2 times more than her. Suddenly, Brayden thought a little and asked Alex how much she weighed. Alex was very confused by this question, and she told Brayden that it was wrong to ask girls such things. However, Brayden told Alex that he was asking her this question solely for scientific purposes. Brayden also told Alex that he didn't really care how much Alex weighed, but he wondered how strong he could become. Alex then told Braden that her approximate weight was approximately 65 kilograms. Braden was shocked because he learned that Alex weighed about the same as him, but Alex told him that muscle weighs much more than folds of fat. Braden then told Alex that he was sure that Alex had a very muscular body, which confused Alex somewhat. While Braden was thinking about how much Alex weighed for how short she was, Alex told him that she was only overweight because of her muscles. Alex told Braden that her arms were probably bigger than his, to which Braden told her that if he tensed his arms, they would be much larger than Alex's. Suddenly, Braden invited Alex to check which of them had the bigger hand, and at that moment Alex felt sincerely sorry for Braden and his naivety. When Alex put her hand forward, she noticed that even if she didn't strain her hand, it was much wider than Braden's hand. When Alex tensed her hand, it became even wider, and Braden became extremely uncomfortable looking at the fact that Alex's hands were many times larger than his. Suddenly, Alex began posing in front of Braden, showing him all the power and beauty of her muscles. Braden told Alex that despite such a big difference in body type, he was confident that sooner or later he would become stronger than her, and then Alex told him to get ready for push-ups. However, Braden told Alex that he urgently needed to go to the toilet, after which Alex was left all alone in the gym for some time. At that moment, Alex was thinking that it was impossible to be such a naive idiot like Braden, and that while he was gone, she could do a couple of approaches. During the barbell squat, Alex assumed that Braden ran away from her only in order to delay the completion of his exercises as much as possible. During her break, Alex thought that she needed to get serious about a future training plan for Braden, having him do back presses or back exercises. However, Alex decided that Braden should keep trying push-ups for now to see how many more pull-ups Braden could do. Alex also thought that being someone's personal trainer was a lot of fun, and she even thought about working as one in some other gym, where the attendance would be much larger. Suddenly, Alex heard a woman's voice, and she decided to see who else came to the gym. Before Alex could get up from her seat, the girl managed to come into the gym and greet Alex. Then Alex saw Kylie in front of her, who was her older sister. At this point, Alex began to get very nervous, and she asked her sister what she was doing here and why she came here. Kylie told Alex that she was looking for Braden, and she asked Alex if they knew each other. Kylie also said that she knew Braden was going to come to the gym today, and she figured Braden was a little late. Kylie then looked at Alex and told her that she was very happy that Alex was continuing to train hard. However, at that same moment, Kylie told Alex that it didn't matter how strong she eventually became, as she believed that losers are always losers. At this moment, Alex began to get even more nervous, but Kylie didn't care at all, and she was still trying to find out where Braden was now. Suddenly, Braden returned to the gym, and that's when he greeted Kylie. Kylie snuggled up to Braden and told him that it was time for them to start what they had agreed on. After this, Kylie told Alex that she and Braden had agreed to film a video together, and she invited her to participate in the filming. Braden couldn't believe that he got to meet a TikTok star like Kylie Icky. Kylie shook Braden's hand and told him that she absolutely loved his videos. Braden noticed that Alex and Kylie had the same last name, so he asked Katie if they were related. Kylie told Braden that she and Alex were actually sisters, but Alex was her half-sister, and that they hadn't been talking to each other that much lately. Suddenly, Braden noticed that while Kylie was saying something to him, Alex was standing aside at that moment with a very sad and puzzled face. Kylie also told Braden that she had previously invited Alex to take part in the filming of her video, but she very quickly changed her mind. At that moment, Braden looked at Kylie and Alex, and he began to think that something was wrong here. Suddenly, Kylie walked up to Alex and said that she didn't want a loser like Alex ruining their video. Kylie also told Braden that they need to maintain the image of some of the most popular bloggers. Meanwhile, Alex continued to silently stand with her back to Braden and Kylie, deep in her thoughts. At the same time, Kylie told Braden that she had several ideas that would make their channels even more popular. Kylie believed that Braden's channel had been gaining a lot of new subscribers lately, and that thanks to her, Braden's channel would be able to gain new subscribers even faster. Kylie assured Braden that if they made several videos together, their popularity would increase significantly. Braden found this idea very interesting, and he told Kylie that her proposal sounded more than tempting. Kylie also told Braden that she began filming a lot of videos in the gym, and most recently she opened her own line of women's sportswear, which was quickly gaining great popularity. Kylie told Braden that if their videos together brought them enough new followers, then Braden could also launch a line of men's sportswear. Kylie then told Braden that all the filming equipment was outside and that they could start filming. At this moment, Braden was looking at Kylie and thinking about his recent conversation with Danielle. Yesterday, Braden met Danielle and asked her if he could call her Dana, as Alex usually calls her. Danielle told Braden that she didn't mind Braden calling her that as long as he bought her a bag of chips, and Braden went shopping with Danielle to get some chips for Danielle. While Danielle was eating her chips, Brayden told her that he wanted to ask her something. Brayden asked Danielle who Kylie was and how she was related to Alex. Danielle thought Brayden was asking her about Kylie Icky, who was Alex's half-sister. Danielle also told Brayden that Kylie was one of the most popular bloggers, and she asked Brayden if they knew each other. Brayden told Danielle that he didn't know Kylie personally, but she recently invited him to make a video with him and Alex. Brayden also said that Kylie had twice as many followers as him, and that he had a unique opportunity to increase his popularity and gain more followers. Then Danielle told Brayden that Alex was unlikely to agree to such a proposal, and that Brayden should be as careful as possible with Kylie. Danielle believed that despite the fact that Kylie had changed a lot, she was still an extremely narcissistic and toxic person. Danielle met Kylie on the same day she made peace with Alex after an unfortunate incident at an esports tournament. That day, Alex decided that it was time for her to change something in her life, and that she wanted to become a person who would be proud of herself. Danielle was glad that Alex decided to change, and she strongly supported her desire to become a better person. However, despite Danielle's support, Alex thought that it would be very difficult, and at that moment Alex felt like a failure who would not succeed. Alex was kicking herself because she had missed almost an entire year of school, had not yet thought about going to college, and had never been in a relationship with a boy. However, despite all of Alex's pessimism, Danielle still did not stop supporting her, telling her that she would definitely go to college and date some nice guy. Suddenly, during a conversation, Alex and Danielle heard the sound of a door opening, and they decided that someone had come to them. Then, Alex told Danielle that she completely forgot to remind her that she was coming to see her today. But Danielle did not understand who exactly Alex was talking about. Alex told Danielle that her older sister was visiting, which surprised Danielle, and she wanted to know how long Alex had had an older sister. Alex said that her mother had remarried and that Kylie was studying in another state, but her older sister was simply unbearable. Alex said Kylie was one of those girls who was extremely popular in college, obsessed with social media, and dreamed of becoming a fitness model. Alex also said that she didn't want to see her at all, and then she suggested that Danielle just run away from the house until Kylie found out that she was home, and Danielle supported her idea. However, Kylie had already learned that Alex was home, and Alex decided that it was too late to try to escape. Kylie walked into the house, greeted Alex, and asked her how she was doing. However, before Alex had time to answer anything to her older sister, she took out her phone and said that her personal agent had written to her. Seconds later, a joyful Kylie told Alex that she was now officially a model, after which she asked Alex again how she was doing and if she had missed her. A negative Alex told her sister that she missed her a little, to which Kylie told her that they didn't see each other that often anyway. Suddenly, someone wrote to Kylie again, and she sat down on the sofa again and began answering her agent's messages. Kylie said that she was very annoyed that her schedule was constantly changing, but despite this, she was glad that a model like her was paid so much money. After that, Kylie put her phone away and told Alex that she had heard rumors that Alex had been slacking a lot lately and not attending classes at school. Then Alex told her older sister that it didn't bother her at all and that she was fine. Kylie then told Alex that if she wanted, she could help her, to which Alex again said that she was fine. Then Kylie told Alex that she knew that everyone at school called her Fatty, Elephant, and Queen of Cheetos. Kylie also told Alex that she just needs to get in good shape and then people will stop laughing at her. Alex told her older sister that she had actually been planning to start going to the gym for a long time, but she was not sure that she would succeed. Kylie told Alex that she could go to the gym with her for a while, where she would teach Alex everything. Kylie also told Alex that she would become her personal trainer, who would help her achieve a thin waist, wide chest, and beautiful hips. Then Alex told Kylie that in that case, she really should try working out at the gym. The next day, Alex went to the gym with Kylie, which Alex just couldn't believe. On her first day at the gym, Alex was a little scared and felt like she couldn't do anything. However, almost immediately, Alex became determined, and she thought that she would work hard on herself until she was proud of herself. After a few exercises, Kylie told Alex it was time for her to try some barbell squats. However, due to the weight of the barbell being too heavy, Alex had a very hard time maintaining her balance and was simply trying not to fall. Despite the failures, Kylie never stopped supporting Alex and helping her. Suddenly, Kylie took out her phone and started filming Alex in order to post a video of her unsuccessful workouts on the internet and gain even more popularity. Danielle said that in fact, Kylie just wanted to take advantage of Alex's position so that everyone would laugh at her. And thanks to this, Kylie became an extremely popular blogger. Danielle also told Brayden that if he wants to make a video with her, she may well try to humiliate him the same way Kylie once humiliated Alex. Meanwhile, Kylie couldn't wait to start filming videos with Brayden. Brayden told Kylie that a guy as gorgeous and cute as him shouldn't be making videos with a lousy blogger like Kylie. Alex didn't understand what Brayden meant, and she was curious to see what would happen next. Kylie couldn't believe what she was hearing, and she asked Brayden to repeat what he had just told her again. Brayden then told Kylie that she was an extremely unpleasant and disgusting person. After these words, Brayden, like a little child, began calling Kylie names and teasing Kylie. Alex didn't understand what Brayden wanted to achieve with his actions, and she believed that Kylie would definitely try to get revenge on Brayden somehow. With each passing second, Kylie became more and more disgusted to be around Brayden, and she decided that Brayden simply had some problems with his head. Then Brayden told Kylie that even if he has some problems in his head, he still never humiliates those who don't deserve it in front of everyone. Brayden also told Kylie that he had already told her that he was not interested in her proposal, but even despite this, Kylie still came to the gym to film a video together. Kylie told Brayden that he was making a big mistake and that working together would bring them more money, views, and new subscribers. Kylie also told Brayden that now he would make her look like an idiot in front of all her subscribers, since she had already promised her subscribers a joint video with Brayden. Kylie was desperate, and then she invited Brayden to make a video on any of his terms, and she was even ready to let Alex take part in their joint video. However, Brayden told Kylie that she could either start working out on the machines or get out of the gym. Kylie had no choice and decided to leave the gym, telling Brayden that he would greatly regret making her look like an idiot in front of her entire audience. Brayden decided that Kylie would actually decide to just leave, and he told Alex that they needed to continue their training. However, at that very second, Kylie took Brayden's bottle and threw all the water out of it in Brayden's direction, while Brayden was drying himself with a towel. However, Kylie slightly miscalculated the flight path of the water, and she missed, leaving not a drop of water on Brayden. After that, Brayden finished drying himself off, and he threw his dirty towel right in Kylie's face. Alex couldn't believe that Brayden actually threw his dirty towel at Kylie without a second thought. Kylie was so scared that after a couple of seconds, she simply fell to the floor. After a couple of seconds, Kylie stood up and told Brayden that she would do whatever it took for her fans to make Brayden's life a living hell. After that, Kylie decided to run out of the gym as quickly as possible and wash her hair of the sweat that was on Brayden's towel. As Kylie ran away from the gym, Brayden began laughing loudly and continuously at her. When Kylie finally left the gym, Brayden told Alex that he knew Kylie was a very nasty person, but he had no idea that she would be such a nasty person. Afterwards, Alex thanked Brayden for driving Kylie away, after which Alex apologized to Brayden. However, Brayden did not understand why Alex was apologizing to him, since Kylie came to the gym precisely because of him. Alex told Brayden that she herself had long wanted to tell Kylie what she thought about her, but every time she saw her, she always remembered her past. Being around Kylie, Alex constantly remembered the times when Kylie, along with everyone else, bullied her. Alex also said that Kylie was always much stronger and more confident than her, since even her parents loved her more and were always proud of her, and every time Alex gets those same feelings from the past. When Alex talked about painful experiences from her past, Brayden thought that Alex was talking about the time in her life when she gave up playing video games. Alex told Brayden that she was talking about those times, but she couldn't understand how Brayden knew about it. Then Brayden told Alex that Danielle told him everything, for which Alex felt very ashamed. After learning that Danielle was so easily telling Brayden about her sad past, Alex promised herself that she would kill her at the first opportunity. Alex understood that Danielle was trying to do everything to support her, but Alex did not want her best friend to tell everyone about her most embarrassing moments in life. At that moment, Alex was so ashamed in front of Brayden that she herself began to ask him to start laughing at her, or simply crush her throat with his foot. However, Brayden had no intention of laughing at Alex, and he told her that her bad moments in life were not as shameful as they might seem at first glance. Moreover, Brayden was very surprised that instead of giving up and giving up, Alex continued to strive for her goal, despite what she had to endure. Brayden also told Alex that even weaker people who may not have faced similar life situations can quit almost any business they take on. However, Alex felt that she still didn't have the courage to stand up for herself, the way Brayden had just stood up for her in front of Kylie. Then Brayden told Alex that it was enough to have a high self-esteem to think in such situations in such a way that he was not at all interested in the opinions of those who despise him. Brayden also said that when he first met Alex, he thought she would have the same bad temper as Kylie, but he was glad that his expectations were not true. Brayden was also very surprised when he found out how pathetic and dishonest Kylie turned out to be. At this moment, Brayden could not get it out of his head that Kylie had promised to turn her subscribers against Brayden. However, despite such loud threats, Braden believed that he could not be scared in this way, after which Alex and Braden continued their joint training. A couple of weeks after this incident, Alex told Danielle about the situation in detail. Danielle told Alex that she had wanted Kylie to finally get what she deserved for a long time. Alex said that she was also glad that Braden was able to deal with Kylie, and that she did not even expect that Braden would stand up for her. Previously, Alex thought it would be very difficult to stand up to Kylie, but Braden was able to put her in her place so easily. Alex also said that while Braden was arguing with Kylie, Alex felt like she became a little stronger and more confident. Danielle believed that Kylie was unlikely to back down so easily, and she told Alex that if she started pestering Alex again, she would take out her sword bat to deal with her once and for all. Danielle also jokingly said that recently she started watching a lot of crime TV shows, and that she knows how to hide a person's corpse so that no one can find it later. On the one hand, Alex found it funny, but Alex couldn't always understand when Danielle was joking and when she was serious. On the way to college, Alex and Danielle met Shaya, who was reading a book with a cigarette in her mouth. At first, Shaya didn't think Alex and Danielle's arrival was a big deal and simply greeted them. However, after a couple of seconds, Shaya almost choked on her cigarette when she saw what her friends were wearing. That day, Alex arrived wearing new clothes that Danielle had chosen for her, and Shaya was amazed at Alex's chic look. At the same moment, Shaya looked at Alex's toned arms and told her that now, for the rest of the day, she would not be able to think about anything else except her muscular arms. Alex didn't understand why Shay was so attracted to her hands, but Shay simply couldn't take her eyes off them. Shaya also told Alex that the fact that Danielle could walk around the apartment without any clothes was enough. Recently, Danielle decided to take a bath, and she forgot to bring a bowl of cereal with her, and Shaya was amazed that Danielle walked around the house practically naked so calmly and without any embarrassment. Shaya also told Alex that if she has inflated abs and inflated breasts at the same time, then she is violating not only the laws of physics, but also the laws of the state, and that she will complain about her to the FBI. Alex and Danielle then apologized to Shaya for Alex coming like that, and Shaya forgave them and told them that they were making her life either heaven or hell. After class, Alex decides to check to see if Kylie has posted videos on her channel since Braden kicked her out of the gym. Alex notices that there are no new videos on Kylie's channel, so she decides to check if there are any changes to Braden's channel. Having visited Braden's page on TikTok, Alex noticed that after that incident at the gym, the number of subscribers on Braden's channel decreased by 500,000 people. Under Braden's most popular videos, people wrote a lot of negative comments in which people did not understand how Braden missed the opportunity to make a joint video with Kylie. At this point, Alex decided that Kylie had indeed succeeded in turning many TikTok users against Braden. Alex then felt extremely awkward in front of Braden, as she believed that it was because of her Kylie that Braden started arguing with Kylie. A couple of seconds later, Alex saw Braden, who looked extremely upset and saddened. Alex decided that if Braden looked so upset, then it was very serious. Alex felt that Braden had probably seen the comments from the haters, and it seemed to her that Braden was now taking criticism too personally. After some time, his fans appeared not far from Braden, who had often approached Braden before. Braden told the girls that he would be releasing a new video on his channel very soon, after which he asked them to watch his new video and subscribe to his channel. However, instead of idolizing Braden, the girls began to look at Braden with contempt and not pay attention to him. The girls walked past Braden and began discussing among themselves what a terrible person Braden turned out to be after the incident with Kylie. However, despite all these unpleasant statements addressed to him, Braden did not stop smiling, which greatly amazed Alex. Suddenly, Alex walked up to Braden, greeted him, and asked him how he was doing. Braden told Alex that he had sent her the piece of collaboration he had done, and he asked Alex to review his piece of work. After a few seconds of awkward silence, Alex asked Braden if he had seen Kylie's posts on her social media. Braden told Alex that Kylie acted like a joke by making him look bad. Alex was still struck by the indifference to the situation, and she asked Braden if he was angry about what happened then. However, Braden said that's how the social media world works, where everyone tries to blame everyone else for their failure. Braden also said that thanks to that incident, the number of his subscribers grew by 20%. Alex was glad that Braden wasn't desperate at all, but she still wondered why he didn't care at all about the opinions of his haters, the number of which had also increased significantly. Braden said that he doesn't care at all about the opinions of those who dislike him, since he doesn't even know those people, while those same people don't know anything about him either. Braden also said that these people only see a contrived image of Braden Bridge, and their criticism is only the fruit of their superficial thinking. Alex listened to Braden and thought that she was making her position very clear, which greatly diminishes the significance of this whole situation with Kylie. Then Alex asked Braden if he was going to somehow make peace with Kylie in order to correct this situation, to which Braden said that he should not aggravate the situation in this way. At that moment, he fell silent and remembered how he started running his channel on TikTok. In those days, Braden did not stand out among his peers with any charisma or brilliant appearance, and Braden posted various videos related to science on his channel. At that time, Braden did not have many views and subscribers, but Braden did not despair and continued to upload new videos to his channel. During this time, Braden often visited one of the patients at the hospital to show the man how many views his videos were getting. This man was in a very bad condition, and this man smiled when Braden came to him and shared his achievements with him every time. Alex noticed that Braden had been silent for several seconds, and she asked him what he wanted to say, since Braden had not finished his thought. Suddenly, Braden told Alex that he had to go, and that he wanted Alex to be able to take the time to check on his part of the teamwork. On the way, Alex thought about how Braden was able to deal so easily with people who were negatively opposed to him, and she believed that if she could do that, then she would still be able to play video games. Alex also believed that even if she could just ignore the haters, then perhaps she would have more friends, and perhaps she would live happier. Then Alex decided that she was gradually becoming the very person she wanted to be, and now she did not feel so much resentment for the words that Kylie said to her. Alex remembered Braden's words about the importance of loved ones to a person, and she immediately thought of Danielle, who would support Alex no matter the circumstances. Then Alex wondered if Braden had close people who were really important to him, since Braden had never told his friends or family. Previously, Alex had never seen Braden with anyone close to him who was not just a fan, but a real friend, since he did not communicate with anyone else except her and Danielle. Alex also remembered that Braden often goes on dates with other girls, but even at these moments, Braden's face was extremely serious. Suddenly, Alex decided that she was simply making a big deal out of a molehill, thinking that Braden did not have a single person close to him. Alex decided that she didn't know Braden that well since they mostly only met in college or at the gym. Alex also suggested that a person like Braden, who never loses heart and thinks positively, is fine, and that Braden himself does not see anything critical in the situation. Alex was so deep in her thoughts that she wasn't even paying attention to where she was going, and suddenly Alex crashed into someone's stomach. The collision was so strong that Alex felt all the abs of the person she crashed into, after which she fell to the ground. The man Alex bumped into turned out to be Lucas, and he apologized to Alex for not watching where he was going. After that, Alex got to her feet and went to classes with Lucas, who wanted to ask Alex what lecture she was going to. Alex said that she was about to start a chemistry lecture, which she hated, and Lucas shared her dislike for this lesson. Lucas decided that Alex needed chemistry for her degree, and Alex told him that she thought she would work in the medical field. At that moment, Lucas immediately imagined Alex in a nurse's uniform. Lucas reminded Alex that today was already Friday, after which he said goodbye to Alex and went to class. At this moment, Alex was trying to remember what she planned to do on Friday that was so important. Then Alex remembered how she promised Lucas that next Friday she would tell him if she would go on a date with him. At this point, Alex felt extremely ashamed that she had forgotten about her promise to Lucas, since she had not even thought about whether she wanted to go on a date with him. Suddenly, Alex stopped Lucas, and she told him that she had something very important to tell him. Lucas returned to Alex, who wanted to talk to him about his offer to go on a date with him. However, at this moment, Alex was so worried that she didn't know what to say to Lucas, and Alex decided to remember what she had learned from Danielle. The week before, Alex asked Danielle what she should do if someone asked her out, and she wanted to go on the date, without making her answer seem too awkward. Danielle then told Alex that she should just say that the idea of a date sounded wonderful, and Alex couldn't believe that her friend's answer would be so simple and clear. Despite such simple and effective advice, Alex still couldn't say anything to Lucas, and at one point she even began to breathe nervously. Suddenly, Alex began to stutter, trying to say at least a few words, and it even seemed to Lucas that Alex was not feeling well. At one point, Alex finally collected her thoughts and told Lucas that the idea of a date sounded wonderful. However, when Alex turned her back to Lucas, it seemed to him that Alex was dying, since her face was very similar to the face of a dead man from horror films, which greatly frightened Lucas himself. At first, Lucas didn't even believe that Alex had actually decided to go on a date with him, and he wanted to ask her when she would be free, where and what time she could come. However, Alex was at a loss for words and just started repeating that the idea of a date sounded wonderful, which also scared Lucas a little. While Alex was trying to get back to normal, Lucas told her that he would contact her a little later. Before he left, Lucas wanted to give Alex a gift as an apology for his behavior when they first met, as he believed that sometimes he spoke without thinking. In response, Alex told Lucas that she wasn't mad at him and that she didn't even remember what he was talking about. However, Lucas said that he still felt embarrassed in front of Alex for his behavior and that he would still like Alex to accept his gift. In the end, Alex still accepted Lucas's gift, which made Lucas very happy. When Alex opened the box, she saw one protein bar, which Alex didn't really like. Alex figured that Lucas was either a real idiot or he was just making fun of her, but she still thanked him for the gift. After the lectures, Alex decided to take a short walk around the nearby shopping center where she often walked. Alex thought that very soon she would have exams, a meeting with the esports team, a photo shoot, grocery shopping, and a meeting with Danielle and Shaya. Alex also remembered that she also had a date with Lucas, and she thought that now she, like any other ordinary person, has her own important things to do. However, despite such a large number of things to do, Alex still knew what she would do over the coming weekend. On this day, the second game about Superstar Sisters was released, the release of which Alex had been waiting for a very long time. Alex was so excited for the release of this game that she even pre-ordered a physical copy of the game, which also came with a poster. However, Alex was extremely embarrassed and ashamed to go to a video game store to order the game, since this game was still more often played by guys due to the extremely attractive female characters. However, despite this, Alex was sorry that she did not have enough money for the collector's edition of the game, since it was very expensive. After Alex received the game, she went to another store to buy energy drinks, since she was going to play the new game all night without stopping to sleep. Alex also really wanted to play a new game with someone else, since playing this game in a group was much more interesting. One day, Alex invited Shaya to play a game together when it went on sale, but Shaya refused such an offer. Shaya said that she couldn't live with the knowledge that she played something like that, and that upset Alex a little. Soon, Alex had almost reached her apartment, and she couldn't wait to install a new game and start playing. However, when Alex was a couple of steps away from the apartment, she accidentally bumped into Brayden. At the moment of her fall, Alex was thinking that she should pay more attention to where she was going. Due to Alex's carelessness, she and Brayden were both knocked off their feet and ended up on the floor. A couple of seconds later, Alex noticed that during the fall, the game disc fell out of her bag. Alex decided that she had to pick up the game disc as soon as possible, because if Brayden found out that she played games like that, he would definitely laugh at her for the rest of his life. Alex reached her hand towards the disc, but Brayden managed to grab the disc, and at that moment, Alex decided that her self-respect was about to collapse. However, taking a closer look at the disc box, Alex realized that it was a disc from a special edition of the game, while she ordered the regular version of the game. After that, Alex saw her bag, which contained her game disc, and she decided that the disc she wanted to pick up was not hers. At this moment, Alex had no thoughts except that the disc she almost picked up belonged to Brayden, which simply shocked her. Brayden immediately began to try to convince Alex that it was not at all what she thought it was, but Alex already realized that everything was clear as day. Brayden tried to continue trying to convince Alex that he bought this game for a friend, but Alex already realized that Brayden was just lying to her. Soon, Brayden couldn't come up with any other excuses for what this game was doing to him, and there was a long and extremely awkward silence between him and Alex. Soon, Alex started making fun of Brayden for being a guy who played such a specific game. Alex continued to tease Brayden about playing games like this, the main advantage of which is female characters with large breasts. While Alex was laughing at Brayden, she hid her game disc behind her back so that Brayden wouldn't start making fun of her. Brayden soon admitted that he might be attracted to such things, since he understood that it definitely couldn't get any worse. Brayden told Alex that this game was really the kind of game that he would be ashamed to show to his mother, grandmother, close friends, or even his dog, for fear of becoming an outcast. Despite this, Brayden told Alex that it was not just the character designs that attracted him in the first place, but also the gameplay of the game, making it Brayden's favorite game in the world. Brayden then ran towards his apartment, telling Alex that no one else should know that he was playing this game. However, before Brayden ran into his apartment, Alex stopped him and told him that she was just playing a little joke on him. After that, Alex showed Brayden her package, which also contained a disc with the game. Alex also told Brayden that she completely agreed with his opinion that the gameplay of this game was simply amazing. At this point, Brayden looked at Alex with contempt and told her that she was a real weeaboo. Alex then reminded Brayden that he himself had purchased the collector's edition of the game, and she told him that since he also judged her for her interest in the game, then he couldn't judge her. Suddenly, Brayden told Alex that the weeaboos despise each other the most, which somewhat surprised Alex. Brayden also told Alex that he previously believed that she preferred to play competitive online games exclusively. However, Alex said that she prefers playing single-player games, although she might occasionally play some co-op or online games. After that, Alex asked Braden if he had anyone to play this game with, since she heard that playing this game with a company is much more fun and interesting. Braden told Alex that he just had another gamepad for the second player, and that he wanted to start playing right away. Then Alex told Braden that if he needed a partner, she could join him and play with him. Braden said that he wouldn't mind playing with Alex, as he wanted to not only play with someone else, but also see how well Alex could actually play games. When Alex and Braden ended up in Braden's apartment, Alex asked him if he had played the first part, to which Braden said that he thought it was pretty good. Then Alex said that she completely completed the first part, and she was confident that she could easily defeat Braden. Alex also suggested that Braden play against each other, and she decided that it would be worth adding some additional conditions to make it interesting. At this point, Braden thought that Alex wanted to play strip with him, and this idea greatly confused Alex. As Braden continued to imagine how he would play strip with Alex, Alex tried to tell him that she didn't mean it at all. Then Alex suggested that Braden do 30 push-ups for the loser. Confident in his playing skills, Braden told Alex that he would never get pumped up this way, because he believed that only Alex would do push-ups, to which Alex said that she would show what she was capable of. A couple of minutes later, Braden began installing the game, and while the game was installing, he offered Alex something to drink from his refrigerator. Once the game was installed, Alex and Braden sat down on the couch and began choosing the character they would play as. Alex chose first, and she chose her favorite character with big muscles and a two-handed sword. Braden assumed that Alex would choose a character who would be somewhat similar to her, to which Alex told him that she completed the first part of the game with this very character. After that, Braden chose a tanned girl with large breasts and an attractive outfit as his fighter. At that moment, Alex realized that Braden would want to choose the character that all the players hated the most. Soon the game started, and Alex tried to attack Braden, but she never managed to hit Braden once. While Alex asked Braden to stop constantly dodging, Braden said that this was exactly his tactic. Braden soon defeated Alex, and the winning fighter appeared on the screen. Braden was happy with his victory while Alex was exhausted. While Braden rejoiced at his victory, Alex couldn't believe that Braden was able to defeat her so easily. At that very moment, Alex became convinced that Braden really was such a good player, and she was very ashamed for telling Braden about her playing skills. A minute after the fight ended, Braden reminded Alex that the loser must do 30 push-ups. Alex was absolutely furious, and she promised herself that she would definitely beat Braden in the next round. Because of her loss, Alex had to do 30 push-ups, and Braden reminded her to be sure to watch her push-up form. Alex was very angry that Braden was telling her how to do push-ups properly, and she decided that he was taking revenge on her for their last session at the gym. After Alex finished doing push-ups, she immediately sat back on the couch and prepared for her next battle against Braden. This time, Alex and Braden again chose the same characters they played in the first round, and this time, Alex also had a hard time fighting against Braden. This time, Alex failed again, and Braden again reminded Alex that she would have to do push-ups again. This time, due to Alex's fatigue, it was a little harder to do push-ups, and after doing push-ups, she decided to try one more time to defeat Braden. In the third round, Alex believed that she had figured out the secret to Braden's victories, and she decided to try a new tactic that would help her win this round. However, Alex's hypothesis turned out to be wrong, and she again lost another round to Braden. Soon, Alex started doing push-ups again, and Braden started joking with her that Alex was deliberately losing to him in order to practice one more time, which really infuriated Alex herself. After doing push-ups, Alex told Braden that she couldn't concentrate on the game because of the extreme heat, causing her to keep losing. Alex told Braden that sooner or later she would defeat him, after which she ran out of Braden's apartment. A couple of minutes later, Alex returned to Braden's apartment, but this time she was wearing different clothes that looked very similar to light sportswear. Alex told Braden that these were her favorite clothes, from a well-known brand that produces computer peripherals and clothing, and Alex believed that this would definitely defeat Braden. Alex then took out her can of energy drink and drank it in a matter of seconds, and Braden thought he made Alex very angry. Soon, Alex was filled with energy, and she believed that now she could definitely defeat Braden. However, before starting the game, Braden asked Alex why she was wearing these strange clothes. Alex told Braden that these were her usual lounge clothes, and that these clothes were the most comfortable for her. At that moment, Braden decided that Alex was wearing these clothes on purpose to divert his attention to her thighs and defeat him. However, Braden remembered that Alex was a bit of a goofy girl, and he thought that Alex simply didn't realize how attractive her thighs looked in those shorts. Braden also decided that Alex had worked very hard to achieve such muscles, and he hoped that with time, he too would be able to achieve his goal. Alex also told Brayden that she also took her controller because she thought Brayden's spare controller was too lame. At that moment, Alex deliberately showed Brayden her thighs so that he could see them, and Brayden thought that Alex was still trying to divert his attention to her thighs. Suddenly, Brayden told Alex to stop showing him her resemblance to Mewtwo from Pokemon, but Alex didn't understand what Brayden was talking about. At this moment, Alex thought that perhaps Brayden meant that she had the same big and pumped legs. These words made Alex somewhat embarrassed, as she believed that Brayden wanted to give her a compliment, which turned out to be the nicest compliment she had ever received. Alex also told Brayden to stop trying to appease her, as Alex was going to finally take him down. Sitting down on Brayden's sofa, Alex felt a somewhat unpleasant sensation in her buttocks. Only at that moment did Alex realize that her shorts and panties were digging into her buttocks, since these shorts were too small for her pumped-up legs. At this point, Alex felt a little embarrassed about it, and she hoped that Brayden didn't notice.